Welcome.
Wow, we are actually live.
The Rag Company Q&A Thursday. That's right. I'm your host, Dane Hennon. To my right, Levi Gates.
Thank you, Dane. Thank you so much.
Of course. And to my left, Anthony. Tony Tuesday.
Glad to be here, Dane.
Fisher.
Thank you. That's a long thing there. But
I hope you watched that trailer that played before this
I hope
started.
it played.
YouTube added that new feature, and I thought, I'm
nice.
using that.
Yeah.
What if they missed the trailer? Is that
sure
it?
hope they
don't
watched
see
it.
again?
No, so here's the thing. If you missed a trailer that played before this video, don't worry. You're going to get your chance. It's actually going to be on the channel here, playing in the form of our ad break in between the first and second half of the show. And then it'll also be a standalone video on the channel you can go check out if you want to get hype for this Sunday. Sunday.
That's right, ladies.
I'm
and gentlemen.
excited.
We're going to be selling you the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge.
Wow.
Wow.
right.
Okay, so
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Well, so first things first, you guys got to understand, we got a little bit of housekeeping to do.
Yes.
Got to get our brooms out, sweep this bad boy up.
All right, let's get
Anthony,
sweeping.
what do we got going on?
All right, so a couple things. First off, I want to give a huge shout out to Alex Buckman for
Alex
winning
Bachman.
the
Dabbler
full gloss
deals?
giveaway.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
Dabbler Details full gloss giveaway. Won a bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Alex is a really cool guy, man. Totally deserving, and so it's just cool to see that all come to fruition, come full circle.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
So now next up. If you're part of our email blast, or if you're part of, obviously, a watcher on the Rag Company YouTube channel, you'll know that we've launched something new.
Yes.
Here, literally just yesterday.
Just yesterday.
Yeah.
Which is this guy right here. KCX hand wax. A lot of people have been asking about this for several months now. We've been teasing this.
So you get that box when you buy it?
You get that box
You get
and
that
everything
box.
that comes inside of it.
Full
Okay, that's pretty
presentation, right? A smorgasbord of
Yes. Smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord, is that how you say it?
Sure.
Veritable
of things.
cornucopia.
Cornucopia. So this wax right here, W001. We got questions on it, so I just want to answer those right off the top.
Oh, okay.
People want to know, is this just a wax? No, it's not just a wax. It's a sealant-infused carnauba wax. So there's some sealants in there to help with longevity, to help with the wipe-off, to durability, everything like that. We've been touting that this is probably one of the best-smelling waxes that we've ever smelled in our life.
I'd stand by that.
It
Yes.
smells like, I mean... I gotta take the cap off. It smells like
Hold it up for the
pure
fan
honey.
and just
Yeah,
let it.
it's literally like
blow
a pure
over.
honey and butter.
Oh wow, it's
infusion.
wafting over here as we speak. Wow,
It is.
Yeah, there it is.
Hold
Another
the
hit
fan
of it.
out.
Mm-hmm.
But not only does it smell good, but it looks fantastic. We actually applied it to the Subaru before we had it coated, just to keep it protected, keep it going. And the experience was awesome on there. The experience was awesome on the R8 we did the other day in the studio. And it's just a killer
One
product.
of the fun things I did was we left wax on the Subaru for like a month and a half.
We did.
And walked back up and just wiped it off.
Like you could literally just with your finger, just bam, comes right off.
Yeah, piece of cake. Super easy.
Super easy. Now, one big thing that people have been pointing out is the price.
Yes,
It's a
say,
lot of
hey,
money.
It's a lot of money. $135 for a can of wax. Is that crazy? I don't know. Is
Maybe.
it?
I did
But-
the math. It works out to like $3 to $5 per vehicle.
application. Yeah.
Which, when you do it that way, that's fine.
Well, you got
I
to
don't have a
remember,
problem
there's
with
always
that.
going to be somebody that loves wax.
Yeah.
They love putting on a wax. They like, what's neat is that's a really nice presentation box too. So it's a great gift item, maybe for
Looks
that
good on a
wax hound
shelf.
in your life, but also for your business. You're still going to have those. I used to have those guys all the time. I just want a good wax.
Yeah.
They want the presentation.
And you go, I'm going to put this spray wax on. And they're like,
That's
I
not
want
the wax
and
I'm
I want you
talking
to send me
about.
some pictures.
I want that paste, man. I want the paste.
So grab one of these. It's the cost per car, $3 to $5, depending on how the application goes that you put on. Easy to take off, easy to wipe on. I mean, I did that whole R8 in a matter of minutes.
Yeah. You
Took
were
me
pretty
no
fast at
time
it.
to get that thing waxed and taken off again.
Well, the
Piece of cake.
results spoke for themselves.
Yeah, no, it was crazy
Yeah.
glossy because then it went straight over to Bart's studio and got photographed. So
Yeah. So it can be looked at as a show wax. It can be looked at as just a normal form of protection if that's what you want to do. And if you like waxing your car, we're estimating the durability to be about 6 months. That's what we've heard from the guys over at Koch. They said 6 months is probably the most realistic, just due to the sealants within it. Because basically, if it was a wax on its own, we'd be looking at about 3 months. But with the sealants in there, they're saying about 6 months.
Well,
and the
one thing
water
I noticed
behavior,
with Koch is they like to underplay.
they underplay a lot of things. Yeah.
It's
Their
it's
timelines.
like
They don't want
maybe
to
it's-
ever give you a maximum because they're like, it changes for everybody, but we'll give you a good minimum. But even then, they're downplaying it.
It's like a
I think
German
it's gonna
thing to
last
do
longer.
because Porsche underrates their like actual figures for the performance of their vehicles. They're famous for being very conservative in how they present it, and then just let people be very surprised when they actually get it out in testing.
Yeah,
Cool.
And it's exactly that. So, pick up a bottle, pick up a can, and go lay some hand wax. A little goes a long way. So just keep that in mind. It is something that's meant to be conservative with because you're going to spread it so evenly and so long with just a couple dips inside there. And we're really happy to have it on. It's nice to have a good can of wax here in our lineup again. You know, over a year ago we had a couple cans and it was just cool. I like hand waxes, and so having another can.
It's different
was
because everything
awesome.
nowadays is sprayable, but some people want that vintage experience.
Yeah, right, Levi.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
It is vintage.
That's
Cool.
that
So-
takes you back to another time.
We covered that, and then yes, like we mentioned just a minute ago, this Sunday is a big moment for us, right? And a big moment.
I was going to say Saturday's a big moment for me,
Oh,
but
well, what's
you
going
can,
on
we can do
Saturday?
Sunday. That's fine.
Okay,
what would be-
so
would be
I'm not sure, but Sunday
Okay, yeah.
is it's a big day for us because we're releasing the first episode of the Heap Cheap Car Challenge. Whatever.
I
the heck
know.
you wanna
Very
refer
excited
to
about
as.
that. Going to be great.
The C is silent.
The gang back together.
And we want to. I mean, we want this series to do good because we want to
Yeah.
do more of these, and it was a ton of fun.
We
And
have to
we're
rationalize
we're still working.
this.
And we're still working. We're still having fun with it. But like, this is Tim's best work in terms of editing
Him
that
has
he's
been
ever done.
killing it.
And
Pretty much the most insane thing.
like anybody that we've showed the episodes, it's like full entertainment 24/7, and I'm very happy about it. I just want to make sure that people can see it, people can watch it, people can join us on the fun.
Share it with other people who may have no idea who we are, but might be interested in this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like if you're ever gonna help us promote anything,
Please help
make
us
it
promote this.
help us promote this.
Please make it this.
Please.
This is our song.
Yeah, it is.
It
So,
was a lot of work.
Anyway, so Saturday, Levi, what's going on with you on Saturday?
Isn't there something happening on Saturday? Isn't my video dropping?
Your video?
My garage video?
It's coming out Sunday.
Oh.
Sunday.
Well, Sunday
Yeah,
is
Sunday
the,
for yours. But what about my
Yeah.
garage video? Doesn't it come out this weekend?
No, it comes out the following
Guys.
Oh, we bumped him?
week. We were
Jerks.
doing every other week.
Jerks.
Gabe's
Right,
video
that's
came
the
out this
move.
last week. Sorry, Levi.
You're all
It's-
telling me it was Saturday. I was all excited.
I was so excited.
I
Oh.
invited family over to watch.
Oh,
and
for a
I had
viewing party?
I had already ordered a bunch of food.
Well, since they're family, you could just invite them to your garage and show them around your garage, replicate
it's not
it
the
in
same,
person
Dane. It's not the
for them.
same.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Anyway,
so good,
no, we're
so,
just gig.
but good news.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday. I can still keep that food will keep. I can bring them all over.
Yes.
Sunday we can all watch.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we are continually filming the garage series that
Yeah.
we've been
Yeah.
running to. So
Yep.
we got Levi's knocked out, Dane's knocked out, mine knocked out. Hopefully here pretty soon we'll be able to get Josh. We'll be able to go get Sydney's.
Get Nate.
We're going to be gone for a week though, because
Yeah.
remember next week we are going to be in Monterey, but we are going to do our damned best to still have a Q&A, right? Still
Yeah.
have a podcast.
We might even try and get like a garage if we're down there. If
And
we could,
We'll see.
maybe, kind
But
of, sort of.
point is, we're still going to be doing the podcast. We're going to be doing it live from PNS, so that'll be pretty cool. And then we are going to be trying to do it on the Quail next Thursday. Hopefully,
yes,
we'll be able to do it.
Signal will dictate.
we
how
will
well
find
that
out.
works.
But thank you guys for tuning in and watching and joining us.
Yes.
Make sure you follow all of the Facebooks and Instagrams so that you can keep up on all the cool live stuff that's going to be going on while we're there. The other thing, if you're in the Monterey area and you want to come hang out with us Thursday night at RJ Burgers, I believe is where we're going.
Yes.
Meet and greet.
A meet and greet. Come hang out with us. We're all going to be down there. I tried doing a Google search for it. I can't find it. So,
It's like,
But
that's
we've
how-
been there
that's
before.
how you-
We know
that's
it
how you know
exists.
it's good, Levi.
but we're going to be posted. We will post
Yeah.
where we're going to be at, where we're going to eat, all that stuff for Thursday. Love to have you guys come over and visit and say hi and come have a burger and French fries with us and chill out and say what's up. But we are going to be there, right outside the Quail, basically. I think is where it was last time. Pretty close.
Yeah, it didn't seem too
near
far
the
away.
Quail in Monterey. So
Very close.
that's what we're going to be doing. So you can come join us then, and then
Yeah.
Party. Cool.
Okay.
All right,
Good.
so let's jump into some Q&A questions.
All right, Dan Pfeiffer saying a good afternoon, happy Friday Eve, and a big word up from Minnesota, USA. How y'all doing? Thank you,
Thank you,
Dan.
Dan.
Appreciate you being there so early. David Cervantes saying, whoa, that trailer was sick. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Paulo Guerrero saying, what up? Who's ready for some bead maker? I know I am. Very excited for bead
always
maker.
ready
Can't
for some
wait
bead maker.
for it.
I love bead maker.
Alex Duar saying, happy Friday Eve. TRC team, love the new trailer. Thanks for all the great advice with these Q&As. It has certainly helped improve skills, and I hope it helps everyone else improve as well. Hashtag Sappy.
Oh, I like that.
I love that.
That was sweet. It
A
was
little
very
sentimental.
Sweet. Alex, if you were
A-okay.
here, we give you a hug.
Yes.
First from Puerto Rico, Umberto saying, finally, the challenge outcome. Yes, very
Well,
nice.
the beginning of the challenge. But yes, we'll get to the outcome
Jamie the
eventually.
Cleaner, Tony Tuesday sent me
In
crying.
tears. Yes.
The hype is real, boys. The hype is real. Thank you, Jamie. We appreciate it. And then Umberto's talking to everybody, plus us.
Yep.
Kyle Camus saying, what's up, gentlemen? What's up, Kyle? How are you, man?
Hey.
And the last detail, afternoon, TRC.
Afternoon to
Thank
you.
you, man. Phil Bloomer. Hey, TRC. Hope everyone is well. And greetings from Salisbury, UK. Thank you, Phil, for
Thank
joining
you.
us again.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Same to you,
Pat
Phil.
Welsh, happy Friday Eve, everyone. Decon Detailing, what's up, gang? How are you, man?
Hey, hey.
And Hans saying, hello, towel gods. And the last detail saying, good afternoon, TRC. Greetings from Louisiana. Happy Friday Eve. Thank
Hey,
you, man. Phil Bloomer, nice way to finish off a long week before a long drive to Devon tomorrow. What's the best durability you've achieved from C6?
First real question.
C6,
Yeah,
Let's talk
what is
G-Technic.
C1, C2.
That should tell you everything you need to know
C4,
right
C5.
there. I have experience
What
with
am I
all of
not-
them up
why
to
am I not-
C5.
Why do I not know what
C6, I'm a
C6
total
is?
blank right
What the
now.
heck is C6
Yeah.
right now? off
Is
the
he
top of my
trying to
head?
trick us? Is that it?
C6?
It might be a UK only product.
So this is
No.
definitely not the best way to start a Q&A with
No.
like not knowing the answer.
Oh,
Matt
my
Dash?
God, Matt
Call it
Dash.
Matt Dash
Thank you,
then.
Nick, for jumping
not
us
good
there
with
for
the
you.
Oh,
yeah.
please.
I don't see
call
any
it
durability.
Matt
I
Dash.
don't really see a lot of durability in it because it's hard to quantify.
It's a matte finish dressing with
Yeah.
UV protection. There's no way to see what kind of durability it really has.
It doesn't
I mean,
like dull. It doesn't like
No, it literally
increase
just-
shine. It doesn't. So
Yeah.
that's very hard to.
honestly,
usually,
it comes in such a small bottle. It's one of those things you just hit it once a month. Just
Yeah.
clean, just spray it on anyway.
yeah, spray it on towel, wipe it around. Be
Yeah,
good.
and it's got the it probably Matt Dash does have AB in it, right? So it's antimicrobial as well. So
That's a benefit.
But
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, we didn't.
Yeah.
There's
We
certain
never
products-
call it
refer
Matt
to
Dash,
it as
so
C6.
There's
We call it
certain-
Matt Dash.
Yeah, there's certain products in the G-Technic line that we just call by their real name, and then there's certain ones that we call by their, their
Numerical.
normal.
Like if you say
Alphanumerical
C2, V3,
number.
Like I
everybody
don't ever
knows what
say,
you
"Hey,
mean.
Levi, what do you think of crystal lacquer?"
Yeah.
And you're like, C1?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, crystal lacquer.
Yeah. Nice AC1.
Yeah.
So sorry, Phil.
Now we get it.
Ken Jeeper saying, "Hey fellas,
Hey,
what's
Ken.
up, Ken?" And then David Cervantes says, "What's up, guys, and welcome to Towel Hub." And then Digna saying, "I had to take vacation to finally make a Q&A, but I am
wow.
here."
Well, we're
All
glad
right,
you're
brother,
here.
Welcome back.
You're at a party.
David Cervantes says, "Rag Hub." Sure, that could work.
Coach,
then
give
Phil-
me hand wax.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yelling product names. We love that.
Product
And
yellers always
Vishal
welcome.
saying, "Hey, TRC crew, hope you guys are doing good, fine. I have a question about soaking microfiber towels in R2R. How long can the towels remain soaked in R2R? Will the fibers be damaged if soaked too long?" No, not really. You
Our experience, no.
We've been able to keep them in there for 24 to 48 hours. Some people do it up to a week, depending on how bad the towel is, but you're fine.
I'd say 48 hours. Really, I mean, it should be good to go, and then wash it and then see where it's at. I just don't see a point in letting something sit in a bucket for that
Yeah,
long. I've
there's no
done
real
it,
need.
and I didn't see any benefit to it. The
Yeah,
towels-
there was no benefit over
No,
like
there's
a
no
48
benefit.
hours to over like a
Yeah.
week.
Within
It
like a
doesn't-
day or two, you see so much stuff at the bottom of that bucket. It's clear. It's pretty much pulled everything it's going to pull.
Yeah. Spencer saying, "Can you put that new wax over CSL and EXO?" Yeah, you can.
You can.
Should you?
I don't know. Yeah, but the
up
thing
to
is,
you, man.
I don't think, man.
It's meant for a particular
I don't
look
know
that you're
what
going
kind of
for.
carrier agent is in this. I don't know if there is any. It doesn't feel like there's any abrasives in it. It doesn't smell like there's any solvents in it. There's got to be probably a little bit of something just to get
There's
it
a
to
little bit of
stick.
something in it. You can see it because it does
But-
tend to flash.
But
a
you
little
don't smell that solventy
No.
smell.
No,
you
we don't
normally
smell
do.
that.
So the
No,
smell is
we
actually
should-
very
Take
pleasant compared to
another hit
Yeah.
off
a
of this
lot of
thing.
hand waxes I've smelled.
bit.
Not that I
Jason
make a
M.
habit of
Hey
that.
fellas, what brush would you recommend for detailing badges, trim, etc.? when you do an exterior wash. And do I want boar's hair or synthetic? You'd want synthetic when washing exterior, mostly because you want to make sure that with boar's hair, there is a tendency to scratch, especially if you have
If
very
you're touching
soft,
a
clear
painted
coat.
surface.
Yeah, use the synthetic. It's much softer. John Hole,
Hey.
that's who I was sending that little video to right there when we started, saying, hey guys, hope you're all well, watching while laying down some wax on a lovely blue BMW.
Nice.
Thanks, buddy.
Nice.
And Despacho, finally Thursday, getting ready to rinseless wash my car after work.
Hey, yo. Have at it. Got Grant here.
Let's talk about detailing with PTSD, depression, anxiety in the detail industry and share our thoughts, feelings, and what we do to help get ourselves through, as I'm going through that now. I'm sorry, Grant. That's no fun. I'll tell you, the hard part for me is I honestly don't suffer from any of those afflictions. I will say, though, that I find detailing to be extremely therapeutic in the sense that I'm able to meditate in many ways. Detailing for me is a form of meditation. And so I'm able to relax part of my brain so that the other part can pick up the job and do it. That way the other one can kind of find peace as it is. You know, that's the key to meditation, is to relax, focus on something so that one part of your brain can relax while the other part works on
Distance
something
yourself
else. So,
from whatever problems may be
Yep.
going on, any of that
yeah,
stuff.
it
You're
helps me work
detailing,
through
and that's
stuff.
all that matters in that
Yeah.
moment.
Dane,
But
what about you? What do you think about that?
But granted, I will say, like, as a serious angle, having been in relationships with people who have, those kinds of issues and those kinds of difficulties and hardships, it's not something that you can just turn off at the flick of a switch. And even when you have medication, the balance can be off. There's all kinds of things that can affect. And it's not as simple as telling somebody to just buck up and be cheery, because that's not going to work for somebody who truly suffers from depression or PTSD or anything along those lines. So I definitely feel for those folks. And if they're going through that, just know you can always talk to somebody, including us. You can reach out to us. And I think that's a really important thing, is just make sure you maintain connections. It's when you cut yourself off from others and you cut yourself off from the rest of the world that things can feel even darker. And that's usually when things get worse. So maintain lines of contact with those around you, especially those that, care about you, and we care about you guys.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that clear.
Yeah. I think that I think it's way more common than what most people really think, though. You know, just because Levi, for example, says, hey, I haven't suffered from that, and Dane may say, hey, I haven't suffered from that. I mean, there's so many people out there, but they internalize a lot of that kind of stuff anyways, and they don't talk about it because there's like a stigma, like a negative stigma behind talking about it, where there really shouldn't be, because there's so many people that go through it at the same time. It's like it's something that should be talked about. And I think that, in terms of, PTSD, or if you have depression, anxiety, because for some people, it literally comes out of nowhere, and it comes for no reason.
And I deal with it honestly every day through my wife, because she suffers from that. And so,
but some people have it for no reason, is what I'm saying. Like, they don't know why they're having these issues,
They
right?
have the symptoms, but
And-
they haven't quite put all the pieces together to figure out.
Well, and it's even more
I am
concerning that they're like, oh, I can't figure this damn thing out, and it's like, why am I? And it just sends you spiraling, right? And then it's like it's a vicious cycle where you'll be anxious, then you'll be depressed, then you're depressed that you're anxious, then you're anxious that that your depression may come back,
or you get into that same spiral where you feel like, gosh, I need to go do this, but then your anxiety kicks in because you don't want to go outside, you don't want to see somebody, you don't want to talk to somebody, you just, do I have enough money, do I have this, and then you get down, and then you get stuck, and then you go find a quiet spot to kind of reset yourself. But by the time that you start to feel better, you realize you never got that thing done that you did, and then it starts back over again, because now you feel sorry and upset that you didn't go do that. And sometimes, for my wife, I tell her, hey, just whatever you need to do, take a break, whatever I can do to help you. Even if it's, I take the kids and she goes into a quiet room and hangs out in our bedroom for a little while and kind of centers herself again. But it's a very hard struggle. And it's, like I said, I don't have actual experience as to what that's like every day personally. Yeah. But I know what it's like dealing with somebody, having someone who has to, same with you, like
living in a household with somebody.
You live in a household with somebody that is suffering that way. And it's hard, because I could say, hey, come on out to the garage and detail with me. That's not something my wife would do. So I can't state that I think that detailing would help, but I know that in myself, it is very therapeutic. And like Anthony says, it can help in some ways.
Yeah.
One other thing I wanted to point out is like for people who have such as like BPD, bipolar disorder, something like that, because I have experience with a lot of folks who've had that and continue to have that. And it's kind of cyclical in nature. So you may have your manic highs and stuff, or maybe for a week or two things are going great. It's not like flip on a switch kind of thing. It's more of a gradual, roller coaster effect. But when it's down, things can get really down, and I totally understand that. But I emphasize again, please reach out to somebody if you're feeling like you just need somebody to talk to. There's going to be folks who will talk to you. Yeah. And Grant, I think, is definitely one of those people who's happy to help too.
Yeah.
But
you find somebody that there's so many people out there that have dealt with something like that or are currently dealing with it. And sometimes it's a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing, because sometimes people can feed off each other in a negative way, and sometimes people can feed off each other in a positive way. I think when I was like 25, no, I don't think when I was 25. When I was 25, I had like a mental breakdown, like a quarter-life crisis. Suffered with which was massive anxiety, not depression, but anxiety for like, I think it was like 2 years. I had it was 2.5 years, right? But basically, my brain was my own worst enemy, right? And it was for no real apparent reason, but like I basically had to track down the source of what was causing me so much anxiety, to where like my brain was on this like closed cycle loop of doing the same thing over and over again. And it's just, and it was kind of probably stemmed from maybe family stuff, not family stuff, but just from just genetics. And it probably stemmed from just situational things going on in my life that I was currently unhappy about, that I didn't know that I was unhappy about it. And I denied that I was not unhappy about it. But, it was probably job stress. It was the fact that, maybe I was being too, what's the word I'm looking for when you care about?
fixate.
What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but yeah, there's certain things that I was 25 and I was like, man, I'm not really where I want to be in life. That was a big problem because I didn't know where I wanted to be, but I knew that maybe I should be doing better than that. Or social media, you're comparing what other people are doing and their successes, and you're like, am I that successful? I don't know. Do I love my job? Do I hate my job? But I agree with Levi though that I don't want to say I grew out of that, but I experienced what it was like to think like that. Man, it is freaking exhausting. And you just got to surround yourself with good people and then make some lifestyle changes. I think that's a big thing. I think maybe,
if you get depressed, and like I reread his thing, depression, anxiety in the detailing industry, I don't know if it's towards like the fact that for some people it's a job every day. It's an actual job. So that actually turns into job stress.
Well, so that's what I would kind of relate that to, but you wouldn't know that was job stress.
Correct.
Yeah. Right? If you didn't think that was the source of your depression, anxiety, and PTSD.
The other element I think that ties into all of this stuff is when it comes to detailing, those of you who aren't necessarily in like a shop setting, but you're like an individual, you do mobile, you do something where it's very solitary, you're like a lone wolf, you're doing that kind of thing. A lot of detailing culture, let's say, ties in with that entrepreneurial kind of like I'm out for myself kind of hustle culture kind of thing. And sometimes you get that sense of like, oh, just suck it up and tough it out and do this thing. For some people that works, but I think sometimes that presentation of that can make other people feel really, really insecure and feel like they're not worth something because they're like, oh, that work ethic is, alien to me or that, whatever that is. And it creates this expectation that they maybe feel they can't live up to.
Yeah.
And it can be really, really negative. So it's not, for some people, it's a positive thing. I get that. But I also see a lot of people who feel like they have this ridiculous thing that they have to live up to that they really don't. You need to make sure that you're looking after your own mental health.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing I think back is, some things that I did during when I had my shop to break up the monotony, because the job's the same. Honestly, detailing, when we boil it down, it's literally doing the same repetitive motions. Doesn't matter the car, you're going through the exact same steps every day. You're walking around the same circle every day. You're grabbing the same tools every day. The cars change, the job doesn't. So you need to be able to break that up a lot. One of the things that from when I worked at Boise's Best, for 10 years, it didn't change. And I wanted to be able to take some time and go do some fun stuff with my guys.
Yeah.
So when I opened my shop, that was one of the things I did. We would, on Fridays, usually the fourth Friday of every month, I'd schedule it that we'd all go out to breakfast.
Nice.
And they'd show up. Everybody showed up at 8 o'clock, and then we'd all hop in one of the Suburbans, and we'd head go grab breakfast. And they're like, oh, what are we doing today? Like, I thought we were working. It's like, no, we're going to go grab breakfast this morning. And we go find a breakfast joint, have breakfast
break the pattern a little bit.
Hour and a half, just go do something else.
Yeah.
Or invite, find out I would find out what's going on in the neighborhood around. And if there was like an event or something going on, it's like, all right, let's finish up what we're doing. Let's cruise over. Let's all walk over there and see what's happening, because we had a surf park next to the shop. And so cruise over to the surf park and see what was going on, watch the surf competition or whatever. Just try and change it up. Or end of the day on a Friday, guess we're all out of here at noon and I'm paying you guys for the rest of the day. Like, and your parents do stuff like that too here, where your mom comes around every Friday with treats. Mm-hmm. She's got a basket of treats for everybody. Yeah. 55 employees, and she walks around with a treat, and she goes, take as much as you want or as little as you want, but here you go, it's treat day. Yeah. And she always tries to make it something. And then we had our party at your parents' house a couple weeks ago. Like, there's all these little things to try and break up, and it's something that you have to do. And for those of you that do it as a business, helping find something else, like a hobby, to break you out, especially if that's the main cause, because it could be life, it could be family, it could be something else. But if it's job stress, try and break that up a little bit. Try and figure out. And Grant, we don't know what your problems are. Just know that we're always here for you, man.
We're doing the umbrella approach right now, which is
we are.
We're speaking broadly. But I think maybe everybody can take something from this. But I think that detailing is also very isolating, especially. We have friends that are close friends within the industry that they're their only employee, right? And they isolate themselves, and they don't get out much, right? I mean, if their shop maybe is right next to their home or really in close quarters, right? That's their life every day.
Correct.
They wake
That's
up,
kind of who I was
they wake up, they go to their shop, and then they're by themselves, and there's not a whole lot to
interaction.
There's not a lot of interaction. And I think that interaction is probably needed. And try not to isolate yourself too much in doing what you do, because for the guys that are out there, doing everything solely, things to look forward to is it would be eventually to hire somebody else out. And I know that's probably a scary thing because people worry about quality control and they worry about that. But think that you're not just hiring somebody else to help you and grow the business, but you're also hiring somebody else that maybe for your own mental health. So hire somebody that you would want to work with if you could. But you think about it, man. You're polishing a car. You'd be in there for an entire day polishing, doing a multi-step, doing a coating. You have headphones on. You can listen to us at the podcast. This is hopefully why we're helpful, being able to do this for you. But outside of that, what would you listen? Because music can only get you so far.
Right.
Before isolation kicks in.
That's why I like audiobooks.
Okay.
And podcasts in which I learn something.
And listening to movies.
That's an audiobook, Anthony.
No, it's listening to a fun movie.
It's using your imagination, thinking about what the characters are doing, recreating the scenes.
When I was doing the interior of my cheap car, right?
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, I listened to I think half of Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Good time. Just I can visualize everything.
Put that evil on me, Bobby.
I guess that explains the giant sticker he put on his front windshield.
I just need to listen to it, and so but that kind of stuff makes me laugh. It makes me not feel so alone. Being able to hear human voices. And then I don't know. The other thing too is that some people are exhausted after they get done with detailing, right? They want to go home. They want to sleep. They want to crack open a beer. They want to watch some, maybe TV, whatever it is. Maybe force yourself to go be social, right?
Yeah.
It's hard sometimes that you're tired at the end of the day. But I know there's guys out there that'll go to the gym. I know that there's guys out there that will, go hang out with friends and they'll try to be active. And even though it's hard work all day and you're tired, sometimes it's needed just for mental health. Or maybe invite somebody to come hang out with you. I know that, back in the day when Brian, a year ahead detailing, was working by himself, right? He'd be pumped just to have somebody show up, just to say, hey, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Just to have
you're
somebody
not a customer. Phew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you want to hang out for a little bit? Oh, cool. All right.
I used to have these 5 old guys that used to just swing by my shop at random times. Now they just swing by here.
They do. They do.
But
so anyways,
they are not strangers.
But Grant, reach out to us, man, if you have any other questions or if you need some help, we're here for you.
And Anthony, hopefully we'll be releasing your wife and children soon.
Yes.
Kishore Morale, what's up, TRC? Been doing some wet sanding and wanted to share that with 8,000 grit 3M Trizac, it's very possible to go straight to the fine polishing stage, which saves valuable time. Yeah, you can definitely do that. That is that's one thing that's fun is 3, 5, 8. Oof, man, it's pretty nasty. It's pretty awesome. Alex Dwar, just so everyone knows, 9 more likes for Tony's kitchen video to crack 100. 9 more people. Pump those numbers up.
Yeah, do you not want the Tony's Wings recipe?
So I realized I never liked it, and I had to give a thumbs up.
Wait, so we only have, how many more do we have now?
I did it
9?
I did it probably 9. I did it a while back. Matt, is CTV3 safe on PPF? I've been using Jessicar Power Lock top with Beadmaker for the past couple of years, and this looks to give a great balance between durability and price. Then just...
You'll be fine.
Yeah, you can use it. Yeah, you're fine either way. Doesn't matter. Matt, also, does it build up like a ceramic coating after multiple uses that will need to be polished off eventually?
No.
It will build up.
It will build up in the sense that it will start streaking, but it will not build up in the sense that it would cause a high spot that needs to be polished off.
Oh, yeah, that's the
streak will subside after
if you're doing
probably
this every week, you're not going to have a buildup. If you're doing this every day, then you're going to have a buildup. Yeah. Vishal Sky SGD 21.
That's a super chat.
That is a super chat.
With a currency I'm not familiar with.
Super chat 2198.
Okay,
during nice.
Clap for it anyway. Yeah.
Threw me for a loop there the way that came up. All right. During a recent Q&A where Juan and Andrew were present, Anthony mentioned that Magic Wheel Cleaner could be diluted 10-1 in a foam sprayer. What are the pros and cons of this dilution in a foam sprayer? I don't remember.
The pros and cons. So the pros is that you're going to get more out of that bottle. You're going to be able to use it multiple times now. Cons is that really, gosh, man, I don't think that there is really any cons because the way I see it, Magic Wheel Cleaner does a great job working by itself, right? It has this ability to start breaking down fallout, has the ability to break down brake dust, everything else that you would find in terms of grime. It may be less powerful, but it means that you're spraying less because I'll be honest, when I use Magic Wheel Cleaner, I douse a wheel in it, right? Or I try to get enough of it on there and then agitate with a brush to try to spread it out. But when in a foamer, you're getting more even coverage, maybe at a lesser cleaning power, but I think that the active ingredients are activated once that the product is aerated in a foamer, causing it to hopefully work faster. So I don't see a downside. I just say try it out. See what kind of cleaning power you have. Did you have to work more? Did you have to work less? If you had to work more and you didn't enjoy the experience or it was too much work, then just go back to the sprayer.
So those are Singapore dollars, apparently.
Ooh,
very cool.
Singapore is a very rich place.
Yeah,
I would
very
like to
nice.
visit there someday.
Kind of fancy.
Says,
just don't,
hopefully it's
drop gum
just
on the
me,
sidewalk.
but I'm experiencing some audio choppiness.
That was a while ago, so I think it's been fixed since. Yeah.
Eric says, hey, TRC, what's your suggested storage solution for clay towels? I'm mobile and often stick it in a Ziploc bag when packing up, but sometimes notice when it's hot, the clay sticks to the plastic. Yeah, if you have the original packaging, it's very easy to do, but usually they're a plastic case that you can shove them back into. Ziploc bag works. The other thing is I try not to seal my Ziploc bag. I keep it open so it doesn't, get weird. And then Graham Marshall saying LOLAD of TRC. Happy Friday Eve. That's cool. Hey guys, which do you prefer, the Lake Country Pad Washer, O&R or R2R? Currently we just run O&R, but you can use some R2R if you'd like. Just got to dilute it. 59 Rev Limiter. Did you guys ever review PDP products out of Canton, Ohio? Professional detailing products.
No.
So
yeah, we see those guys.
We see those guys. We know them very well. We don't really do reviews of products. That's not really us unless we're selling it. But I will say PDP has been in the industry for a very, very long time, nearly 60 years in Ohio.
Yeah.
They're one of the greats, and the two Mikes that work there that run the play, they're kind of the bosses.
Yeah,
they're great guys as well. So we have a lot of fun when we see them at events and stuff. They're super cool guys.
They're at every MTE.
Yep, at every event we've gone to. I mean, they were at the first Serum Summit with us, our second Serum Summit. We had a blast with them. So good guys. Ulysses, what's up, fellas? Happy Friday Eve. Our buddy Grant Hawtree is going through a bit of a rough time right now. Let's show him some love and support.
Absolutely.
Of course.
You got it.
Glenn saying the Rag Boys. Glenn, how are you, brother? Despacho, welcome to the Poppin' Podcast. If I win that truck, we're going to visit Glenn. We're going to take it to him.
Okay.
So
don't talk about that because you might not win.
Oh crap! Better keep my mouth shut.
And we have Ulysses. Ulysses says, "Grant's a stand-up dude. Never hesitated to help when I hit him up with questions." Yep. Mm-hmm. Lawn mowed and ready to cool off with the TRC crew.
Very nice. Kirby Thompson, we had some Texas weather this last week. It has not been fun.
Not a good time.
Ridiculous. Thoughts on cleaning O&R pads, keeping the pad lubricated while polishing? Saw Ivan talking about loading it up with the pad washer. No, don't get it. Don't. So O&R is what I use to clean pads. I use something like Power Clean or Green Star, or I like to use a little bit of that, or even R2R to soak my pad, then to clean it on the pad washer. Mm-hmm. But I use the O&R to flush it. So I don't ever load it up with stuff. But anyway, just use it the way we talk about it. Put it in the pad washer, get a little spray bottle of an APC, spray your pads, wash them that way, spin them dry, good to go. Yep. Soft Gummy Bear, just here for the roll call. Present. Anyone else getting audio echoing and clicking? We got that fixed. Car Salon Detailing. Do you agree that 3D1 and Lake Country microfiber cutting pad does remove all the defects? Car Salon, I can't say yes or no to that. I can't say that Lake Country fiber pads work great.
The pads will get you there a certain amount of the way, but at the end, it's your machine, it's your polish or compound or whatever you're using. There's a lot of different factors, too. Bowden simply says, yeah.
I think they're talking about the echoing and clicking.
Oh,
Epo
okay.
Mechanicus.
Yeah, we don't need to highlight.
Yeah.
What's your favorite matte vinyl spray protectant? Everything we carry actually works really well for matte vinyl. So
yeah, there's nothing that's really.
We don't really have too much of an issue with it. OptiSeal's great.
Car
Wax
good.
is great. Optimal Car Wax, Bead
works
Maker
great as well. I mean,
you can use CTV3 on it.
Just know that any of these protectants, they might deepen the look of a matte vinyl, like deepen it, but it won't necessarily cause an issue.
Yeah.
It would work good.
But a matte will be a matte.
Carbon Red Eye.
Carbon's Red Eye, one of our Q3 Grand Ambassadors
Very nice.
of 2021 in the house, says, hello TRC fam. Hope your week is going well. It is. Hopefully
Hope yours is
going
too.
Very
well.
nice. Thank you.
Interesting question from Tonezors. Is Legend a suitable wheel
I
coating?
don't see why not, man.
If the wheel has clear coat, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say it would hold up. I mean,
It's real
strong
durable
stuff, man. So, I mean, C5 for probably ease of use. I'd probably say ease of use with C5.
Well, C5 is designed for high heat.
And the cost, because C5 you can get into it for $30, right, for the smallest 30 ml bottle.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to save some money, I think C5 is great. I think Legend, if you have extra, maybe after
That's
doing a car.
one size. You're getting
Totally.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cameron Messina,
Hey.
newly minted father. On average, how many cars do you think you could do with one container of the new W001? Because the price point, I'm hoping that a little would go a long way. Yes, 30 to 35 cars.
That's what
Cameron.
I've been going with. Yep. $3 to $5 per vehicle.
Yeah.
If you're doing the math.
Jeremy Prosser, hi from the UK. Can you use O&R to clean and maintain a matte finished car without creating a gloss? P.S. The car is a new Hyundai. Many thanks. Yes, Jeremy, you can.
Yeah, O&R is not going to change the look of the
Yeah.
finish. It's just going to clean it.
Anthony?
Ridiculous says, what are some good tips for cleaning a dirty vehicle with O&R? We'll always use a pressure washer. I want to try to use less soap for quicker washing with good lubrication. I haven't talked about a pre-soak. So if you're using a pressure washer, just pre-rinse the vehicle, get all the loose stuff off the vehicle, get it relatively soaked off, and then just go straight into an O&R wash with a pre-spray with O&R. So you could pre-rinse everything with water, clean up that area up a little, not clean up, but pressure wash, set the pressure washer aside, and then pre-soak with O&R. Levi has a little thing of O&R kind of built into his pressure washer he uses for his pre-soaks. You could also use an IK sprayer, a multi-sprayer, or a bug sprayer, and go over and soak everything down with O&R to start things encapsulating.
You can also just use an APC. Pre-soak with an
Power
APC.
Clean is a great option.
And then hit it with your pressure washer and then your soap, and you're good to go.
And then go straight into O&R.
So.
Yeah.
Grant, Dan saying, I suffer from similar issues, and like Levi, I find that detailing is a positive outlet for my OCD and anxiety. Spending time in my garage with some music is therapy. Yep. Yeah, my wife notices mine is stress.
Yeah.
Like, I don't show stress, but my body will show stress.
Yeah.
And my wife sees it, and she goes, you need to go wash your car.
Yeah.
So
go wash your car.
Yeah. Alex saying, we may know each other on a digital level, but it's still a family here to support you, Grant.
Absolutely.
So,
Thanks,
and then Rag Company saying, hey, all sorry, we think we got everything squared away with the audio. Let us know if you have any glitches. And Hans, just take your time. Set a few small goals per day. If those are done, relax and do a morning goal or an evening goal. Rest up a lot and talk to people about how you're feeling. Eppo saying same thing for Grant. Much love your way. Never hesitate to reach out to anyone here or even a therapist. We all need a mental tune-up, and it's not a bad thing. Agreed.
True.
Mike C., what's the most efficient and most effective way to clean door jambs, especially painted areas? What products? Honestly, when you're washing the car, wash your door jambs the same way. You can use a pre-soak with a all-purpose cleaner. You can hit them with a pressure washer. You can use soap and water if you'd like. You can wash it the same way you wash your car.
Whatever you're already using.
I like using brushes. You know, if I can get to the Detail Factory brushes. I also like using towels that I can manipulate really well into certain areas, especially around like the hinges.
Well, like the weather seals. Sometimes they're flaps and you can get underneath.
Brushes are great for those, but I think that like the Eagle Edges 350, if you can, you know, it's a dirty job for such a nice towel, or the Minx Royale, or a towel like that that you can grab and then just shove into areas, clean it up with soapy water, whatever you want to do. And if you decide to do your jams last and maybe not first, then again, take another damp towel with O&R, go through, clean up those areas. You can pre-spray it with a little bit of quick detailer and wipe everything out. But jams, once you kind of set a good regimen for the jams, it just becomes, you know, habit.
Yeah. Han saying, it helped me get back on track. Detailing at my own pace helped out a lot. Reading a lot helped me too, or just watching detailing videos.
All good points, Hans.
Jeremy says, I've had a number of serious head injuries that have caused me to have constant pain in my head, and I struggle with remembering how much to do day to day. I find that detailing helps me switch off. Yeah, I think that's a good point, Jeremy. Han says, 55 employees. I still remember sending Stroop waffles for 23. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we've grown huge.
Boy. Yeah.
Pete saying, hey, TRC crew, happy Friday Eve. Thanks about talking about mental health. I feel it's definitely an important issue that needs to be talked about. Simone Biles had that issue with that in Tokyo. Yep. And she is a very talented Olympic athlete. Yep.
Yes.
Decon saying, I listen to the main show because it feels like I'm hanging out with the people just talking about their weekends. Yeah, that's
exactly
reason.
what it is.
It's kind of nice because you feel like you're with your friends and you can chat and you can say your things. I find myself sometimes talking out loud when I'm listening to a podcast.
You're dictating your story
to
whoever's going to listen. Yeah.
Yep. Bill, hey, my dudes, just checking in to wish you a happy Friday Eve, as is customary. Well, we thank you for that.
We appreciate it.
Adam says, happy Friday Eve, guys. Can't wait to try that new KCX wax. We hope you try it too, man.
It's a
stuff.
joy.
It's good stuff.
Everybody we've shared it with has lost their mind.
Delicious.
Started
Tastes
using it.
delicious. Poets Flamel. Hey, fellas, happy Friday Eve. And True J. Sup, guys. Just had my brand new paint job on my car. What would you guys recommend to do next for protection?
New paint job, huh?
Brand new paint job. I'll probably wait for it to probably gas out for a little bit of time, right? Mm-hmm. You could throw on something simple in the meantime.
Put a wax on.
Put a wax on it.
Like that?
You can even do,
wow.
If you want to spend the money, get yourself one of those. If you're looking to just get something, Optimum Car Wax, honestly, is a great product.
Yeah, it is for that. Has body shop safe.
Is body shop safe. Isn't going to damage the car, but it's going to provide a nice level of protection. Easy spray on, wipe off, and it's something you could do every week when you wash it to keep it nice until it's gassed off. And then we do recommend going with something like a ceramic coating.
Well, like G-Technic is
the G-Technic coatings, they're semi-permeable.
Those are semi-permeable.
So you could go into CSL if you wanted to do that. Yeah. We haven't seen any negative issues. I mean, when Gabe got part of his car resprayed, we put that right on over the top. Hasn't been an issue since, and it's been months now, so we know that it's held up. So I don't see a downside to doing that, but I mean, it just depends. It depends on how much you pay on that paint job. Are you meticulous about it? Do you want to go through every possible step to ensure that it's going to be great? Because those are some other questions you want to ask.
Yeah. Vishal says, I will welcome the TRC crew to Singapore.
I would love it.
That'd be really cool.
What would be a cool... So
what are some of the countries we need to visit?
Well, so my thought of Singapore, and I could be so off because I'm the guy that watched a movie and was like, that's what Singapore's like.
Let me guess, you watched Crazy Rich Asians.
I did watch Crazy Rich Asians.
Okay, if you're basing it off of that.
Is it like that?
I don't know.
Because I want to go there.
Idea.
I want to go to the boat structure thing, that boat thing in the sky.
The super controversial boat building.
I want to go there. It looks like a good time. But I don't know. Somebody have to educate me on Singapore. No idea about it.
I would like to go to the Netherlands. for one.
Yep. We've been to the Netherlands.
No, we've been to the Amsterdam airport.
Yeah, and that was
that's as
good.
close
And we
as we
got
got.
we got to visit the bathrooms. We got to pick up some stroop waffles.
We got to visit the Starbucks.
We got to visit the Netherlands Starbucks. So what else would you want to see?
Well, we also got cologne. We freshened up.
We spruced up with some good colognes.
Yeah.
We were just said,
to the-
how much is this?
We went to
Tom
the duty-free
Ford?
store and
Just soaked
well, we've
ourselves.
been on a plane for 12 hours. It was
Yeah,
time to freshen up.
Jeff's like, what do you guys smell like? You came out of a men's locker room like we did.
We literally did. We were in the bathrooms, and then we came upstairs and went to go to the
all
spray ourselves with cologne.
Just dousing ourselves.
It was weirdly hot in
But,
there.
No, the other one I'd like to go to is I'd love to go to Norway. I'd love to go to Iceland.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'd love to go visit
Greenland.
Didrik. I'd love to go
Yeah.
visit Gumi. I'd love to go visit Hans. We're planning on going to see the boys in Germany next September.
Yeah.
Automechanica.
We're going to be going to the UK next summer.
Which was a lot of fun last time.
So we've got a couple of those that are pretty good, but something like Singapore would be fun. Australia, New Zealand. Love to go do that.
Have to go to Japan sometime. Have to.
Japan would be fun.
Someday.
You've already been, but
I've
we
been
haven't.
to Japan. It's old news, Dane. I went
Yeah.
there 20
Yeah,
years
you went
ago.
back there when the R34 was new.
Yes,
Yeah.
brand new.
Yeah. No, my brother, because he's in the Air Force, right? He just got some time off to go do a little bit of traveling before, like, you know, they could potentially go into another lockdown, because he's over in Germany right now, and he went to Iceland, and then he went to the Netherlands, and then he went to France, and then he went to, I think, a part of like Austria or whatever it was. But
Spain
he
at all
went.
or anything?
I don't know if he went to Spain, but he went to quite a few different stops there. I asked him, out of all those places, which was your favorite? And he said the Netherlands was his favorite,
yeah.
hands down. And I said, really? I said, you should have let me know. I have some connections there.
Yeah.
You know, could have got
Yeah.
you. Could have got you somebody would have given you a tour
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever
exactly.
it is. You know, Hans Klosen would have abducted my brother, and I would have
Held him for
said,
ransom.
Hans, did
He's
you
just
abduct?
sending you pictures of him and your brother drinking, hanging out
Yeah.
at different clubs.
Abduct my
Oh, how
brother.
the turntables.
And Hans is like, you'll have to come here to release him. And I'm like, okay.
No, but Carl
Team
and I have always
assemble.
talked about we want to move to Norway someday.
Yeah.
So we think it'd be a great
That'd be
place.
pretty
So.
rad.
Yeah.
Anyway, John C. really enjoyed the mental health speech. I swear the auto detailing community is the best community. San Bernardino, California here.
Your last name wouldn't happen to
Nice.
be Riley, would it? Okay.
Dane.
Sorry.
Ken Jeeper, have any of you guys used the Detail Guard's wash pump? Love it, especially with a rinseless wash. Huh,
We haven't used the wash pump. We saw it. We honestly we haven't talked to the guys from Detail Guards in quite some time. It's been a while. We probably
Since
have
the
to
last
catch up
SEMA.
with them. Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Probably need to catch up. Detail Dude PL says, happy Friday Eve, guys. Just got back home, 10 p.m. In Poland. Finished my third paint correction ceramic coating this week. August is crazy.
Nice, man.
I thought
nice.
that said Portland for a second. I was very confused. I'm like, wait, what time is it
Yeah.
here? Because that's right there. Okay.
Rev Limiter saying, awesome, thanks for the insight. I'm definitely becoming a fan of their products.
Nice.
Good.
And we are on to page number 1 already?
Wow.
Whoa.
Graham Marshall translation. Hello, Levi Dane Anthony of the Rag Company. Happy Friday Eve.
Uh-huh.
HLDA of TR. I see. That's funny. Got it now. Vigor, sorry.
Yes.
If anyone has questions about PDP, they can message me because I'm from Ohio and experiment with PDP all the time.
Perfect.
It's good to know, Joe Wetzel.
Joe will tell you all about it. G. Davis.
Singapore Dollar is also the name of the massage joint in Monterey that Dane does infomercials and personal appearances for. Yeah, we do have to head over there.
Man.
I buy that for $1. Okay. Ridiculous.
What do you mean by legend being harf? More scratch.
Hard, I think.
It's
he
hard.
means. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard.
More scratch resistant versus CSL EXO. Yes, it's the two
It's
like we've
tough,
noticed CSL and EXO great coating, huge chemical resistance, but feels a little softer compared
It's
to
just softer
Legend.
in nature. I mean, there's
Legend
just
has more
there's
solids
different
in it.
there's different hardness of coatings out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends on the amount of solids built within to it.
And
And
as to scratch resistance, I don't know. I
Yeah, I
can't
don't know if that
translate
really
that. I don't know how to.
translates to that.
I would say
Mark
mar
them?
resistance,
But mar
not
resistance.
scratch resistance.
Right.
So we'll just say it's more resistant to marring. So like for example, like Legend, I don't think I would ever have any question in my mind on how well that would, if I were to say somebody clay that coating, I'd say, oh, do a little test spot. I think with Legend, I don't even think I would do a test spot. I think I would just go straight in. Be like, I'll clay it.
It's like a German clear coat. It's just gonna.
It's hard.
Hold up to everything. Detail dude.
Do you guys have some opinion on the durability of CTV3? Waiting to switch it from wax for customers. CTV3 can hold
6
up for
to 9 months.
Yeah.
I'd say that's right in line with our experience with it.
Yeah.
Cameron Messina.
Knowing how many cars I could do with W001, it definitely grabs my attention.
Cameron,
a
did you
more.
smell it when he was here? Did you?
Oh,
think
you
he
should
did.
have smelled
I
it,
don't know if he did or
Cameron.
not.
Did I just buy it just to smell? Honestly,
Luxurious
guys,
smelling.
and I know that sounds like this is what Anthony always says, right?
Yeah.
But we have had this can of wax here for how long? Not this one, but we've had a can of W01.
Oh, we've had it since
Last-
springtime, winter.
Then we
early
lent it
winter.
to a high-end paint shop, and we
We got
didn't
it
see
in,
it
like,
for
January
many
or
months.
Was it
February.
January? Okay, so January we got it. So yeah, I was thinking like December last year, but we smell this so often, it's hilarious.
So much so that somebody went to take a hit
and
off
dropped
that can
it.
and dropped it and broke the lid.
Crack that lid.
We were so upset, but we walk by this all the time. Just grab it, take a whiff, and we go, "Oh my gosh, that stuff is so good!"
Yeah.
So
and we
to
never get
stress,
tired of it.
The lid itself is plastic, but what's the container made of?
It's glass.
Yeah,
It
'cause
is,
it felt
um,
very.
It is
heavy.
like a black. That's glass, right?
Yeah.
That feels like
Feels-
glass. It's glass.
No, it's plastic.
No, it can't
Oh,
be.
It might be glass.
It's
Or is it
glass.
porcelain?
Levi, that thing is glass.
Some kind of ceramic.
It is
wow.
glass.
It's just
Watch the
full
rag
on.
company try and figure out if this is
How's that-
plastic.
This-
or
this
glass.
is not
How's that
great.
smell?
He's just gonna sniff it now.
Dude, it's so good. Do you want to spread that over some toast later?
Basically,
It's like a knife, please.
high-end car shop got a hold of that, and they
No,
were
this
sad
is
to
worth
see it go.
every penny.
Like they really
It's worth
love
every
that
penny.
stuff.
Yeah.
All right, RSX Freak 79. Will blood on a vehicle paint be fully removed with a decon wash, or would I need to clay and polish as well? Asking for a friend. Blood washes off great. You can also spray ammonia on it, so it damages the blood, so that people, when the cops come to try and figure
I was
it
gonna say, I
out,
feel like there's
they're
a
not gonna be
story
able to
here we're
find
not
trace.
hearing.
I
No
think
traces.
that's what they did in I believe it was Boondock Saints.
they did. Yeah.
Ammonia, and that's
Yeah.
when who's the guy in the officer? What's his name? You know his name.
Yes.
Oh, Willem Dafoe's
Willem
Yeah,
Dafoe.
Willem
Yeah,
Dafoe.
yeah.
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 See, for a minute there, I had Pulp Fiction on the brain, but I realized that was inside the car.
Dane
not
told
outside
us
the
he
car,
hates
so that was a
Boondock
different-
Saints. He thinks it's overrated.
Oh my god, I do think it's overrated. I don't
It's
hate it. I
not.
just think it's horribly overrated.
It is
great movie.
not.
I'm gonna upset a
overrated.
lot of
It's
people,
number one,
particularly
number one,
people probably
one
from
of
the
greatest
Boston area
movies
right
of
now.
all time.
But
number two,
it's overrated to me.
Number one of the greatest movies of all time.
It's overrated
Number
because
two,
people say
overrated.
things like that.
The problem
a lot
is,
about
you got to
it.
remember, it wasn't made for Dane.
It wasn't made for Dane.
Dane shouldn't even be
Boondock
watching
Saints
it,
is like
and
Citizen Kane for people from Massachusetts.
No, it's better than Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane is a horrible movie.
They built
and,
so much into that movie. The
Right,
vibes
so you
of
agree
that
with-
movie are
Just kidding.
unrivaled.
yeah.
We don't talk about the second one, but we
No,
talk.
we don't
only
talk about the second
first
one. But the first one, you got to remember, when I watched it,
Yeah.
it was a cult classic. Couldn't find it anywhere. Couldn't
Boondock
even get
Saints
it. They didn't
2.
even have it on DVD. You had to have a VHS copy of it so
Yeah.
that you could watch it because they didn't make any extra copies of it.
Did
I'll
you,
put it this
Did you
way.
buy the metal
And when the
can
moment
DVD
it came
version
out in DVD,
in the black with the red metal
I
can?
had it.
Wow, I'm so sorry
So,
you wasted your money.
I got
okay.
it. And here's the fun part.
So good.
When I met my wife,
Yeah.
I was going through her DVD collection.
Really?
Oh, weird. We have
She
a
had
lot
it
of the
too?
exact same movies. Now, my wife and I are nerds when it comes to movies.
Yeah.
We call each other snobs. We're movie snobs.
And yet you like Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints is still one of the greatest movies. I actually went
So
and saw
good.
it when they re-released it in the Edwards
In
Theater.
the theaters?
I reiterate,
I went
that
and saw
was a
it.
it is not a
huge
bad
deal.
movie. I don't
I went and
hate
saw
it.
it.
I liked it.
Thinks it's
Did I
overrated.
love it? No.
That's how you change it right there.
Did I
Say
like
that
it?
You like it.
Yes.
There you
No,
go.
but I've always
All
liked
right.
it. I just
Dane-
find the people who talk about it to be insufferable.
Damn, we're moving on. We're moving on.
Yes.
Great movie.
And now I lost my place. I was so wrapped up in that. All right. Apparently the world has moved on without us. Let
All
me.
right.
Oh, there's the
Alkaline
blood
Dan
comment.
saying, speaking of great places in Monterey, y'all have to check out Compongo's Deli and Duffy's Tavern. Great local spots with a ton of history. We're actually going to have a couple days where we can go do stuff, but we're not staying in Monterey. So we're going to be about 30 minutes away north of Monterey. So we'll have to see if we got time.
I'd like
be
to
able go grab
drive
something.
Monterey near Highway 1 over there. You know, what I mean, when you're driving through, think there's a couple places that have some good smoked meats. There's we stopped off at one. We saw one in the distance. We didn't go in. I called it. I said, "There's a smoked meat place over there.
Yes.
We need to pick up some smoked meats, jerkies,
I like that
and whatnot."
idea. I'm excited to hopefully hit a number of In-N-Outs and eat as much of those burgers as we can.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings me to another point. So, Boondock Saints is like the In-N-Out burger of movies.
Hold on
There are
a
so many
second.
people out there who claim to absolutely love
Dane?
it, and yet there are people like me who are
Dane?
just like, I don't get it.
Dane.
I got him. I got him.
No, it's wrong.
I've watched you stuff In-N-Out burgers in your mouth and talk about
Yes,
how it's orgasmic.
I love In-N-Out burger,
Yeah.
but in the cultural conversation of burger joints, people get really up in arms about In-N-Out that it's not as good as people say it is. That's what Boondock Saints is to me.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
that's
all right. Okay.
I'm aligning.
I thought you were going to say that you also
The-
didn't like
Well, I'm
In-N-Out
glad
burger.
you didn't bring
I'm aligning
Whataburger
the
into this, 'cause
fan
that place
bases.
is trash.
That
the
place
fan
is not
base
trash.
of
Whataburger
In-N-Out
is bad.
is kind
I
of
don't
like
know.
the
I haven't
fan
eaten there
base
in
of
20
Boondock
years.
Saints, but the
Bad.
anti
Not good.
fan base. Anyway,
Anyways,
yeah.
continue. on
Aloha
your-
50 saying, hey guys.
Hey guys,
Hey, what's up, man? Weaver, how long will a new unopened bottle of CSL XL V4 last before it goes bad? If it's unopened, it's pretty much good for a while, as long as it's
It's
in
good for a
good
very long time.
temperatures.
I think it has a shelf life at least of over a year,
Yeah,
almost 2
4 or
years.
5 years probably, maybe, if it's in temperature controlled.
Even after it's open, XO lasts much longer than CSL does
Mm-hmm.
because of the amount of
Yeah.
solids in it. Jeremy,
What
Proser
sealant or
says,
ceramic would you use on a matte car, please? Jeremy, all the products we carry are safe for matte finishes.
it'll still look matte.
Yeah,
after
you
you
could
use
still use a
any
ceramic
of the
coating on it
protective
or any
products.
of our sealants.
Yeah.
Just a
Everything we
deeper-
carry is
just a
matte.
deeper
friendly.
matte finish.
With a gloss, it may
Yep.
enhance the gloss of a particular thing, but with matte, it can't
Yep.
change what's there.
Yep. Han says spray them with cleaner and then pressure wash them. And then Chaos, Legend versus Inspiration. Thoughts on which to go with and which would be best for application. So Legend is 5 years. Inspiration is about 3 years, 2 to 3 years. So really at the end of the day, 2 coats of Inspiration, pretty comparable, pretty close to 1 coat of Legend, but you could do 2 coats of Legend. And then you know, basically that gets into God mode at that point.
God mode.
Tom Kirby, interior detailing. Client's car has drink drips on a door panel that went down to the door speaker grills on a Buick SUV.
Ooh.
Any tips to clean that out without damage to the speakers? So I was doing this last night.
Brushes.
Working on a Land Cruiser, Toyota Land Cruiser. A lot of soda spillage on the door panels.
Yeah.
It's our old buddy Brad's car.
Oh, okay.
It's his old Land Cruiser. His daughter's been driving, 16-year-old.
Gotcha.
She's been cruising around in it.
Spilling sodas.
She'll
and
be
Spilling
Land
sodas and
cruising
ice cream
around.
all over the door panels and steering wheel.
stickiness.
So-
How do they deal with the stickiness?
So
of these
here's what I
things?
did. Kirby, I just sprayed some Express on there on the door panel. Then I took a horsehair brush,
Oh yeah.
gave it a little scrub dub. Got in there, got those grills, got them clean as best I could. Then took my towel, wiped everything down. Took my air. Now I'm not spraying directly into the grills. I'm spraying down and running across as I get it to come out. Then took my steamer.
Ooh. Get into all those holes. Get that.
Hit it
loosened
again,
up,
one
yeah.
lightly.
Digging up them holes.
Steamed it
dig.
enough to get what was left. Hit it back down. Blew it with a little bit of air from quite a ways back, probably this far, just to get it out. Done.
Nice.
That's how you do it.
Okay.
So
You guys
key
heard
is
it
to
here.
not stick your air gun right up to the holes and pull the trigger on it because you'll blow a hole through the speaker.
Yeah.
I stopped putting my air gun to
Don't-
holes a
don't do
long
that.
time ago for that
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
We all learn sooner or later.
Ulysses says you guys need to get Destiny 2 for the Xboxes so we can team up.
You know, I've never
Ulysses
played
is
Destiny,
in
so
UT,
I honestly
he's
don't
in
know.
Utah, so same time period for you guys.
Yeah.
So
So,
same time
Dane,
zone.
I don't think you could play Destiny. I think it's too involved for you.
I haven't played it. I used to be
It's
really into like
very
Mech
difficult.
Warrior and
Ulysses,
stuff
Ulysses
like that.
you could join
but
their pirate
I don't know
team.
if it's like, or is that Titanfall?
Yeah,
or
Ulysses,
whatever? I don't-
download Sea of Thieves
I'm
and
not
join
up to
our
date on
pirate
all
ship.
that.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves figured out.
So-
pretty good and bad at the same time. We're running a pirate ship.
So funny. Like
it's pretty
Dane
fun.
jumped on the other night. It was like 2 nights ago, right? And I put on my headset, right? Katie walks in to like give me like a glass of water, or whatever it is, and the first thing you say to Dane is say, "Ahoy, Dane!" And she just lost it. She was like, "Wow!"
I could hear her in the background just making fun of you, just roasting you.
She's like, "You're so embarrassing."
You're
I'm like,
such a dork.
Ahoy, Dane! ready to do pirate.
It's always that setup when I'm like, "Hold on, I'm plugging in my microphone," and he's, "Ahoy, Dane! Avast ye!"
Okay, so it sounds like we got to a good spot to
Yeah.
stop for a break.
Yes, we will get right back to you guys answering more questions after this trailer and some messages.
Get ready. Get ready.
For the first time in the rag company history, our three marketing mainstays face off in a tactical budget battle.
Being a professional of over 25 years, I'm able to enjoy having someone watch.
Yes, I literally killed the car. The car would not start up at all, and the seller is looking at me like I'm a crazy person, and this is a problem, right? I need to figure this out.
My strategy on it was I was going to do as little work as possible, but achieve maximum results. I know cars. I know enough to be dangerous, but not enough to get out of myself in every situation.
They'll be given $3,000 and a set of rules. But new challenges being thrown into the game will drive them to the brink of madness.
Homie hookups.
I kind of screwed up a little bit.
Can you at least dry it off? I don't want to have more hard water.
I don't blame him. He's getting a premium wash from Mr. Wash Wednesday himself, so I get it.
All right, hey guys. Me again.
All right, got these bad boys outside.
It's the Rag Company's Heap Car Challenge, premiering Sunday, August 8th.
Hey guys, it's Anthony of the Rag Company, and do you know what's better than Q&A Thursday? Yes, that's right, it's Wash Wednesday. Not just because I host it, but because it is a genuinely entertaining and hopefully informative series where we take cool cars, cool owners, and wash in an impromptu interview setting. So make sure to check out Wash Wednesdays right here at the Rag Company YouTube channel. See some cool cars, see some cool people, and maybe learn a thing or two.
Hey guys, Levi for the Rag Company. And in case you've been living under a rock these last few months, well, have I got news for you. You can go back and binge the TRC Rex content you want. That's right, we have neared the end of our TRC Rex build. What is TRC Rex? Well, it's our 2004 Subaru WRX STI, and we literally bought this car and completely rebuilt it. So go to the Rag Company YouTube channel and you can binge literally from the start all the way to today, which, well, we're pretty much done. But the point is, you can do just like Netflix and binge every single episode from the comfort of your couch. So go check out TRC Rex right here at the Rag Company YouTube channel.
Hey guys, it's Anthony of the Rag Company, and here on the Rag Company YouTube channel, we've launched something new and exciting. We all love seeing garage tours and seeing how other people's garages are laid out, and we thought we would do our own twist on that. And while we aren't so obsessed, we're definitely good enough. And so what we want to do is make an entire new series, bring you guys along and doing garage tours of different people's garages to see layouts, what they've done with the walls, what they've done with the floors, what they've done with the lighting, the storage, the tools, the detailing products, and so on. It's going to be a really cool series to hopefully give you guys new ideas and maybe make it more relatable to everybody watching. It's not Obsessed Garage, but it's definitely good enough garage. So check that out here on the Rag Company YouTube channel. Hey guys, it's Anthony of the Rag Company, and do you have questions? Well, good news, because we have answers. That's right, here on the Rag Company FAQ channel, we answer all of your frequently asked questions. Whether they're about detailing products, operating procedures, or everything in between, we try to help you guys out to the best of our abilities and isolate all of that to one channel so you get a ton of information in one punch to the chest. So if you have questions and want to see more content on the FAQ channel, just drop them down in the comments and we're sure to answer those at some point in the near future. So check out the FAQ channel right here on YouTube.
Holy cow, we are back. Welcome back
A lot
to
of ads from
Q&A
me.
Thursday. You know what, though?
We had
They
to
were
put the
worth
trailer
it.
in there. It was worth the
Yeah,
trailer.
I feel like
You guys enjoyed
that's
that.
a treat. That's not punishment. That's a treat. But you know what is a punishment is every time when I was in college going in and seeing a poster for the Boondock
I don't know if we want to
Saints,
talk about that.
just basic bros. They were the ones who
Okay.
had them. Just
So-
always basic
so
bros.
Dane, these
it's
are the
like a
guys-
Scarface poster.
You got to remember
but
though,
it was
Dane,
always Boondock
this
Saints.
is like
yeah,
10. You're 10 years later.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
So
good of
you
a
didn't have
movie
to
it
be
is.
worried about the guys with the Boondock Saints posters. You had to be worried
have to
about
worry
that
about
guy with that Albert Einstein poster. You know, the one that had like the
Yeah, where he-
Albert Einstein
yeah.
with the blue in the background.
Sometimes you find somebody who had like a poster of the Crow or something like
Yeah,
that,
I'd
which
have
would be a
that.
little
I'd
different.
see
Yeah,
those, yeah. that kind
I
of
could
stuff.
see you doing that. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't
Something
have
like
one.
that.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
I saw
okay.
that.
But I
Yeah.
could see you doing that.
Anyway, Car Salon Detailing Polish Compound is 3D1 machine is Rupa's LHR 15 Mark III. Mostly it is my go-to for everything. Your perfect combo for 90% correction. Not talking of protection because I love Beadmaker. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Alex Carrillo, as individual detailers, do you guys sell, explain, and charge for Uno Protect? And how do you guys sell, explain, and charge for Uno Protect and Beadmaker combo?
So in a shop
So
setting,
you sell
what
it.
would
You,
do,
can sell it
Levi?
as a one step. You can sell it as a
Enhancement polish?
enhancement polish. You could sell it as a protection step. It just, the thing is you're going to be wiping off the Uno Protect anyway. So just using the Beadmaker on top of that makes for a better experience for you, makes for a slicker feel, in my opinion, a better look, and
And more
potentially
longevity.
Yeah, and a little bit longer protection. So there's no downside to it.
I don't tell people that that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, so I think that's the
I
other
sell
thing.
them on a.
You
I-
just
so
do it.
Want to sell them on a polish?
I sell them on a. I basically how I started out with my house
Yeah.
projects is they go, hey, what are your pricing? And I say, well, interior only with a wash starts at $150. If it's more or less.
And then you check their face to see if they're like shocked.
Well, I
or
gotta
if
see
they
what their
look-
car looks
yeah.
right because I've been tricked before. Well, I'll just do the 150, and then they bring
It's
me
not that
me this
bad.
trashed thing. So my clientele, I know, only really want to bring their car in to get it shined up, brightened up, looking sharp, but they don't look for defects. I have a very select few customers that go, I want this thing to look like $1 million, and they're willing to pay for it.
I want the mirror.
I have customers who just they want it to look nice, but they know they're going to run it through a car wash.
Yeah.
So I polish it up with Uno Protect, and I say, all right, well, why don't we just do a one step? That way I can get some of the car wash scratches off. I'm not going to remove all the defects, but I'll make it look nice. And I don't go point out every defect. I just go, what do you want to? This is the budget. I let the money speak. So $150 for an interior only with a wash. I just wash it, and then I use I use Beadmaker on the outside, or that's how I do it.
Yeah.
And then I tell them 300 and up to do interior with just a same exterior wash, but I'll do a one step with Uno Protect and Beadmaker. And they go, yeah, that was worse. If I have something like, say, what I just did for Adam Patali's truck, that is a full paint correction with wet sanding.
Not messing around.
So, that vehicle, I put some Beadmaker on it because it needed some form of protection.
Yeah.
But I went over it. I did Uno Protect as my third step.
Mm-hmm.
So I sanded first as my first step, sanded the whole truck down, stepped it down to where I could start cutting it. Then I compounded it. Then I polished it. And then I polished it using Uno Protect. The price was far greater than $300.
Yeah.
But the point of that is that was something separate.
Right.
That truck didn't need a ceramic coating. It just needed good protection on it
Yeah.
for the next few months. So, and he could put something else on it. I don't know what he's going to do with it. So, point is, I don't sell it to a customer as like, well, it only does this, and I can't get all these scratches out. I tell it to him as an enhancement.
Yeah.
I'm not removing every scratch. I'm going to make that car look
Setting the
brighter and
expectation
shinier.
right there.
It's going to look brighter and shinier, glossier.
Yep.
That's all they care about. 90% of the time, that's all they want. And if you pair it with a blue coarse wool pad, you actually increase the cut quite a bit, and you can get a better percentage of your defect removal out.
Do you know how many people that you might show the difference between like a scan grip corrected area and an uncorrected area, and you show them the difference and they go, oh wow, and they'll think it's cool at the time. a lot of those people don't care.
They don't. And I think that's the hard part is a lot of detailers over-explain their
because there's people that I've
you're
done
right,
before.
we want to be proud of it.
There's people I've detailed before that they want to. They're like, okay, well, so what are you doing, right? I have my friend Chris, who he has all his tuner cars that are really, really nice.
Oh, yeah.
And he knows to expect that the swirls will be gone.
Right, but he also sells vehicles, and he wants to make sure he gets top dollar for those cars.
So he
wants
knows
make
what
them.
to look for. So when he says, "Explain to me what you're doing on this," I'll explain to him. I'll
Right.
go into depth on that. But I'm like, I mean, I tried explaining.
But let's
to
say
like,
your mom's car.
like my mother-in-law. I tried to explain to her in the past. Yeah, I got rid of the swirls, and she's like, "Oh, so I only need that fancy light to see the swirls." I'm like, "Oh no, you can see it in the sun." She's like, "I don't notice that."
Yeah.
And I say, "Well, I will never explain that
Well,
again."
it's like my dad.
No.
My dad knows his IC stuff.
Yeah.
But my dad also knows his limits.
Mm-hmm.
His hot rods and stuff, his cars. There's 3 cars in his collection of 12 cars that I really, really, really need to get my hands on and get at them with some sandpaper and have ourselves a sanding party and polishing party. They need them bad.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad drives them. He
Yeah.
loves driving them. And he does O&R washes on all of his cars. So he'll do an O&R wash, and he'll hit it with Optimum Car Wax, and they'll go cruise, go grab my kids, and they'll go get ice cream or something. But his truck, his black Honda Ridgeline,
Yeah.
he sees that because he drives it every day. And when he first got it, the dealership put a glaze on it,
Yeah.
hit everything. My dad washed it in the driveway with soap and water, his first wash. Then it got really messy. So he goes, I ran it through Jay's hand wash, a very safe wash. Ran it through Jay's, but then when they did that, it stripped all the protection off of it, all that glaze. So he
Yeah.
pulled it up in front of my house, and he's like, do you see that? And you could see it, sun on it, all the swirls
Oh,
and brush marks. And he was like, I need that gone. He knows it,
Yeah.
but he was a detailer. So he sees that. So he's
Right.
like, I need you to fix that.
But a lot of people
But a lot
are
of
coming
people
to a detailer aren't detailers. That's why they're going to a detailer, because they found that they want to get something cleaned up, but they may not necessarily know. You gauge them. You figure
Said it
out
before,
where
and I
their
say it
head's at.
again. You have to talk to your customer. You have to, number one question, how do you take care of this?
Don't treat them all the same because they're
If
not.
they say, oh, I got that pass for Jay's Car Wash or Like New Car Wash or Mr. Car Wash or Metro, like if they say they take it through a car wash every week and you know the car wash,
You can generalize that.
don't try to sell them on and don't try to tell them you can't be doing that, shouldn't be doing that, you're wrong, don't wash your car.
They're not going to change their ways just because you told them to.
Well, first off, if you tell them they're wrong,
Oh, that's a great way to start a relationship
Yeah.
with a customer. Yeah. Oh, by the way,
no.
you suck and you're wrong.
Just say, oh, okay, cool. Do you ever, then just ask the next question. Do you ever wash it on your own? Oh yeah. Sometimes on a Saturday I get my kids out, me and my wife. We like washing our cars, but most of the time we run it through a car wash once a week, maybe once a month we'll wash
Timmy
it.
grabs the broom and they just
Yeah. That's
along
fine.
the side.
That's fine.
Yep.
So find out what they want. Find out what their problem areas are, you know. I've got a Land Cruiser in my garage full of soda and ice cream. It's white and it's ceramic coated. And I've coated that car in the last decade that the family's owned it. I've coated that car 5 times. But you know what it also does? Mm-hmm. It goes through the local wash every week. They've got an automatic thing and they just run it through and they don't. It's totally
brush
fine.
or touchless.
It's a brush wash.
Okay, so
But-
it's agitating.
I coat it 5 times.
Yeah.
So every 2 years I coat that car.
Yeah.
So point is, all they really care about is the interior. It's a cream interior, and that's one of the biggest things. I took pictures on my phone to send them of the before and after on the carpet because they love that. That's what gets them. They want that carpet clean, and that's why they're getting their car detailed. The outside, they do that because they want to keep it protected, but they like the way it looks, and they like how easier it washes off when it runs through the car wash. But they're not out there with lights. They're not out there with magic things, you know.
Yeah,
so
no.
talk to your customers, learn them, get to know them.
Yeah.
Do not tell them they're wrong.
All right. So moving on. Hans Closen says, come grab some stroopwafels at my shop, guys.
When we're in
Does
the
he
Netherlands,
keep them
we
in
will.
stock there, I wonder?
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, do they come and like deliver 'em to
Carson
you?
says, visit Belgium. I'll take the day off and be your guide.
Ooh.
We could get some
Good offers going
some
around
fries, some waffles. I'm liking this. Liking this. Hans says, ransom note is in your email. Better check your spam folder, Anthony.
Just don't forget about Grant's folks up in your
Chum Bucket,
overhead.
what's a good TRC? What is good TRC gang? Question. There are many soaps, APCs, that clean to a certain degree. Does pH level necessarily predict if a product will actually clean well? I wanted to get scientific. Yes, actually it will. And it depends on the style of cleaning. You've got two ends of the pH scale. You've got right in the middle, which is 7, pH balance, which is basically what normal household tap water is. So, I mean, it can't really do anything. Then you've got opposite ends. You've got low numbers, 1s, 2s, 3s, which are acidic, an acid, which we all know certain acids can do certain things. Then you've got the opposite end, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is alkali. Alkali has a very easy way of cleaning as well. So you fall in that spectrum depending on the type of cleaning that you want. We noticed that Magic Wheel Cleaner, which is a 5,
5.5.
actually cleans really well because it cleans similar to an acid because it's closer on the scale to an acid. You take Brake Buster, which is a 14, 12, 14.
It's the other end of the
I
scale.
would say it's like a 12.
It's a 12.
14, yeah.
Opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
It cleans like an alkali, so it's really good at cleaning rubber.
Yeah.
It's
Clean your shoes with it.
It cleans wheels very well. It cleans the rubber soles on your shoes and the foam and things like that can clean really, really well. However, it doesn't clean the same way because it is a non-acid, an opposite, an alkali.
Like Magic Wheel Cleaner doesn't do much on tires.
No.
Compared to...
Right, because the acids aren't cleaning the rubber similar to the way the alkali can. So, yes, it can change, and depending on the types of soaps and APCs you use, most APCs are always towards the alkaline scale.
Unless it says it's a citrus-based APC.
Unless it's a citrus-based,
But
and
then
you've got
even
the
sometimes
citric
some,
acids.
Well, sometimes some of them will claim to be citrus-based, but then they can still be alkaline as well, which is it's just...
Well, the first time I started to feel like my mind
Names,
blown was when
words.
Ram started talking about, the pH levels of interior
Yeah.
cleaning products and leather instead of Lars talked about that, the laser.
Yeah.
But,
Your skin will actually cause the leather to become more
it
acidic.
changes it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
your skin
that was
will.
really interesting because suddenly you're looking at leather in a whole different way.
Yeah.
If you weren't before.
Yeah, so you can go totally opposite. So, like, your skin causes the leather to become more acidic, and so you have to clean to remove those acids and fats from the surface of the leather and bring the leather back to that neutral pH
Yeah.
again. So,
It's interesting stuff. It's a fun
really,
rabbit hole
really
to go
try
down.
and spend some time, learn the pH scale. That's what I think a lot of detailers need to learn because a lot of them don't, and they use products in the wrong way. If you use acids on glass, you can really mess stuff up.
Yeah.
So I never recommend trying to spray anything that is under that 5, 6, 5, anything less than that onto glass because you'll burn your glass. Same goes on the high alkalis. It's less of a problem, but it's not going to damage it as much. The other thing, wear gloves, be protective of your stuff. Acids will burn your skin, but they'll sometimes stop subcutaneous. Alkali won't burn your skin, but it'll burn underneath your skin, and it will go subcutaneous. So the burns between the two are very different and can hurt you and harm you. So be careful and learn the pH
None of
scale.
them are fun.
Yeah, learn it. Use it to your abilities. G. Davis, Hans Closen would trade Anthony's brother for years free rent in the garage crawl space and a membership to Jimmy Ellis's secret wrestling camp.
Oh my gosh! I
first
love
rule of
that
Jimmy
Jimmy
Ellis'
Ellis
secret
is
wrestling camp is you
still.
don't talk
I
about
love
it.
that the story of Jimmy Ellis still lives
When
on.
G. Davis comes, he's going to spend a day with each of us.
I know.
And that day that he's with you, Anthony, you
show
better
me
get
Jimmy
Ellis
Ellis's house. He's
hanging
like,
out.
we're gonna go talk
grab
boxing.
lunch. Let's go.
Well,
get
Jimmy's
lunch.
going to be sitting there looking out his front window. Who is this guy just standing there looking at my house?
Just say, this is my friend G.
Yeah.
He's from the East Coast. Wanted to know if you guys wanted to go get some lunch with us.
I'll say he watched your fight in Reno,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and dude. If
Jimmy'd
I
be
said
like,
that,
"Oh my gosh."
Jimmy would.
G and Jimmy
I
would be
wanna go
best
out and
friends.
shake
It
his
would be crazy if I said that.
Kirby Thompson, another issue. Does Soul over Legend make it a bit slicker, feeling that only using Legend? Yes, technically, but you don't also have to do that. But you can. Graham followed Levi's advice for using OptiClean and Instant Detailer after driving 60 miles to an Audi event last weekend. Excellent results with minimum effort. There you go.
Yep.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Tonezors, thanks. The Legend coating would be for my new hexaforms. That way, in case they get Pepsi spilled on them, they'll be protected long enough for me to grab my 12x12 gauntlet.
That was a lot of sponsored.
Yeah, wow.
A lot of
sponsored
great.
stuff
I
there.
love that. Excellent.
I like that he included the trademark symbol after each one, too.
Yeah.
That was
Dig it.
thoughtful.
I like that. Matt, Thanks for the answer at CTV3. Would you recommend using bead maker as a drying aid for in between washes and then reapplying CTV3 every couple months? Either or, realistically.
Dane, you have to say this.
There was a firefight.
Hans, Boondock Saints is a great movie. Thank you, Hans.
Great movie.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Super chat.
It's a good.
Oh my
$2
gosh,
from Ridiculous.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I can't shotgun it, baby.
Anthony has heart issues now.
No, we had to-
because
I
of
just
all his
stopped
bangs.
drinking.
Yeah, we got to
those.
look after this guy's heart.
They're just
guys.
too potent, man. So I'm drinking a nice Mountain Dew Rise right now. But maybe someday I can shotgun something here on camera that doesn't have caffeine.
All right, smart water, go.
Go. Crack the thing.
Ulysses El Duce is a badass. That's right. Chad, I just bought a Gladiator with a Twill soft top. What would be your go-to when it comes to cleaning and protecting it? Check out all our rag top products. They are specifically made for Jeep tops. Actually, they're made for
They literally
any
say
and
as
all
much.
convertible tops.
Did they get the licensing
Yes,
for
so
they
here's
got
the
Jeep
wheel.
licensing?
Here's
yeah.
the thing. Hearts is the manufacturer that makes all the soft tops and convertible tops. They make the fabric.
Yeah.
Right.
And they sell that fabric to all the manufacturers, and the manufacturers then make their tops out of them. Hearts uses ragtop as their initial protectant. So when you get a brand new Gladiator with a twill top, it already has ragtop's water protectant on it.
Wow.
So why not buy ragtop from the Rag Company to continue to keep that OEM look and feel
Wow.
always. You can
Nice.
pick up a Jeep kit right on our website, Chad.
Couldn't have said it any better myself, Levi.
Yeah. And for the paint, get yourself some bead maker, some CTV3 or some S001, or heck, some W001.
Got Landon's Auto Detailing. Says, hey guys, I'm wanting to get to offering a simple ceramic coating to my clients. I'm really wanting to do sole, but how could I go about marketing it to them? You market it to them as maybe like what, a 1-year coating?
1-year coating. And
1-year
actually,
coating.
do one for free. It's so easy to do sole. You could literally find one of those guys and find a customer. And here's what I used to do. So I did it with gloss coat, but I would do this again with sole. You always have one customer that comes in every 3-4 months. It's going to be your best customer that you have. Their car is always going to be clean. It's always going to be easy for you to do, but you do it anyway. Instead of putting a protectant on it, put sole on it. Here's what happens. They go out. Their friends see their car. They go, man, your car's always looking good.
Or like
Yeah.
rains outside and you see that water behavior.
They're like, man, and they're like, wow, look at the water behavior on our
My
car.
car doesn't do
and
that.
their friend goes, yeah, that's because I get it done at Landon's Auto Detailing.
Whoa.
And they go, oh, I need to get in touch with him.
Can you give me his contact information
Yes, I can.
for Landon?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they call you up and they go, hey, Landon's Auto Detailing, you did so-and-so's truck.
Yeah.
I want my truck to do that exact same thing. And that's when you go, oh, I actually put sole on it. I do this process. It's
A
an
1-year
extra
coating.
It's a 1-year coating. It's extra $300, $400. Keeps your paint looking sharp. Gives you tons of good water protection, beading capabilities, sheeting
Chemical
capabilities,
resistance, UV resistance.
UV resistance, chemical resistance. It actually keeps your truck looking cleaner longer. And they go, yes, I want that.
Just like
There's
it's
a lot
like-
of people who don't even care about the product necessarily. They don't know what it is. They just want that. So
Just tell me,
please
it's-
give me what you gave him.
You
It
want
can
to
be as
take your
simple as
vehicle
Here's
that.
what we
to the
did.
spa where I break out this menthol scented
Oh,
soul
yeah.
experience.
Yeah, here's the other thing. Remember our video that we were working on? 50-50 down the hood.
Oh yeah.
Do one on your car. Just do half the hood. Strip everything off. Coat half the hood. Have a friend hold a phone camera. Video that. Post it on your Facebook page. Say, hey, now taking applications or booking jobs and set your price for a sole job on a customer's car.
It
Whoa.
doesn't sound good when you say it like that.
Might get a visit
Levi.
from the
Come on
authorities
here
to
to get
check
a
on your
soul
business
job.
practices.
No, I don't.
Glory, do a glory soul.
think
Is
I
that what that's called? Now
The
happening
glory
here.
soul
The
job.
glory of soul jobs here.
Oh, wow.
And see, but that's the way you do it. But no, seriously, do your first
G.
customer.
Davis, I already
One of your
know.
favorite
Oh,
customers.
You're going to be running with that
Get
for
it
a
done.
while.
It's not going to take you that long. Soul's so easy and so fast for you to do. It's a killer moneymaker, and you
What's
can get
on
it
the
in
other
and out.
side of that soul?
Exactly. Flip it
Oh,
around.
wow. I think I
So,
saw my soul
there
for
you
a
go.
minute. Okay.
Alkaline says viewership has actually gone up since y'all started debating Boondock Saints. I know
how
right?
to tap into something there. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finish line. I just want to drop by and say thank you to the whole TRC crew. Without you all and Ivan, my detailing business would never be as efficient and overall successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Finish
Appreciate it.
Line.
Finish line shine.
Finish line shine.
Pete Brookins, in and out. Incredibly inconsistent and strong at the most basic menu. Thank you, Pete.
Consistent, not
Consistent.
inconsistent. In and out.
Consistent.
Incredibly consistent.
Credit
strong,
where it's
and
due.
emotional.
They're
Yes.
always consistent.
That's
Very
the goal as a detailer. You got to do the exact same thing that In and Out does. Simple, simple, simple.
Consistency.
Not
You
everybody's
don't
cup of tea,
overcomplicate
but you can
things.
replicate that till the cows come home. And that's
Exactly.
it.
Levi, your movie prowess took a hit when you aligned yourself with the hot garbage train wreck that was
Gee.
Loki. Thank you.
Gee,
Oh,
you're
he's-
dead to me.
He's mad.
How dare you?
He's big mad.
How dare you?
Hot garbage train wreck.
I have.
What a
I've looked the other
line.
way for a number of things with G.
What a line.
But that, sir, is an affront. Not only my family, but my children. How dare you? Just kidding.
We got
My-
I'm
my only-
sorry you didn't like it. I loved it. It
Okay.
was so good. So
I felt like the
beautiful.
train episode was the only one I wasn't wild about. The rest I really actually enjoyed.
I loved the ending.
The train one for some
And I
reason.
loved
just
all the
wasn't
background
doing
stuff
it
they
for
did
me.
during the ending.
But
and
the
I'm loving
aesthetic
all
of
the
that show, oh
deepness
man.
of it.
I love the
Set
look
up
and
the
feel
MCU
of the
for the
TVA.
next decade.
I just want to
that
live in a
show.
house that's like
Yeah.
the TVA. Yeah, give me
Yeah.
that.
All right, let me handle this. Joe says, do we need to go back to the episode where Morgan McMurray made it very clear that In-N-Out Burger is not that great? So, Joe, what happened to Morgan? So she said that.
Wow.
And where's she at now?
Yeah.
Right?
That's what happens when
Wow.
you don't like
That's
In-N-Out
what
Burger.
happens when you don't
Remember,
join
guys,
our
this
cult.
is the one who has like people yelling "help, help" up in the ceiling in his
Yep.
garage.
Yep, that's what happens.
She's not
Yeah.
right there.
Sometimes
Yikes.
we do those things.
Double
not-
Frank
yikes.
L, thanks much for the shows. You're all awesome. We can't polish here due to the medical physical limitations. Most people like to polish after clay. Would you still do a decon and clay if we can't polish? Be very light. Be very careful. I recommend it because you do some light marring when you clay. So just be careful. Watch what you do.
Fine grade clay. Yeah.
Koshimi clay spray is a nice compliment
Yeah.
when you're doing it.
Ed coming in hot says, hey, TRC team, anything you guys would suggest I do with the hood and front bumper of my car? The previous owner let tons of bugs bake and etch the clear, compound and polish. Thanks.
Yeah, but you may also have to repaint. Like my Camry when I bought it, and
Yeah.
it's still this way. It was a road burner.
Road warrior.
Yeah, that car was set up for long travel, and the front had been pelted with sand and bugs, and so it was pretty chipped up.
Yeah.
I could have repainted it, but I didn't. I've let it go until it needs it. But I coated it. It kind of helped a little bit, but there's still a little bit of dullness. There's still that
The
kind of
etchings
stuff.
are going to
but
be the
I
hardest.
wanted to try and just make it not as noticeable.
So
That
my,
makes sense.
my problem with etchings is that it's just some of the etchings go beyond the clear. Some of the etchings can go
The
into
hood of
the
my
base.
project
mine went all the
car
way through.
has bird droppings on it that you cannot access
Yeah.
And-
without going down to the bare metal and repainting
So
it.
sometimes
They're there
you
forever.
need to. What you have to do is literally ask yourself: is that going to continue to bother me for like the rest of my life with this car, or however long you're going to have it for? And if the answer is yes, and it's going to bother you, it might be worth just sending it off to get resprayed. If you're okay with that, and if you feel like they could do a good color match on it or whatever it may be, but. If it doesn't bother you as much, then compound polish it to the best of your abilities. You might be able to kind of level things out to where they're not as noticeable. But I will admit that kind of stuff can give you a lot of headache on your own personal vehicles. And sometimes, like, you go and get it resprayed, the headache's gone, you have a fresh start, it feels good.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, and the other
Yeah.
thing is you can always there's like I've got a neighbor around the corner of me. That's his job. He sprays bumpers and hoods. And what
Good
he
guy
likes
to
to
know.
do is he goes and sprays. He'll just spray them in a parking lot.
Oh,
So no paint booth or anything, but it's just a bumper or a hood. But then what you do is you can, Ed, I'm sure, can sand and polish just like Anthony did on some of his parts. You sand and polish them out, come out pretty good. You know, I did the front bumper of the Elantra,
You did.
painted that, spray painted that,
Looks
came out
good.
really great, polished
Yeah.
it up. So really compounding, polishing, sanding, all that stuff can make a poor paint job look actually really good.
Yeah, I
so
agree.
I hear that.
G. Davis says, I think the audio went out again, but I'm pretty sure I heard Dane stuff in his mouth and the words in the
Oh,
same
yeah.
sentence.
Jeez.
Okay.
Rag Company, which product would you recommend to use to remove any remaining sealant wax from a previous application 3 to 6 months prior before reapplying a fresh layer of protectant? Easy. Just take an APC and wash your car with it.
Yeah, an APC.
Yeah, Green
or
Star,
IPA wipe down.
even the citrus foam, or any of that.
Which product would you recommend? Yeah, I would say what he said. The citrus foam might be to do a good job. Or just taking, you
some
can do
Green Star, some Power Clean, any of
5.
those.
You could do. No, it'd be like 3-1 with Green Star. You could do 5-1 with Power Clean. Go over everything. You should be able to strip most of it.
Yeah.
Tom Kirby says, "Thanks, Levi. I will try those tips on speaker grill cleaning."
Good to know. Chaos.
Another question. I hate to sound like apples to oranges, but PNS ceramic products versus G Technic. Each one is very different.
Yeah. It depends on what you're looking for.
Very different. I will say the ease of application goes to G Technic. However, I've been noticing a lot of really great longevity from PNS products. Dave, when he formulates PNS, he thinks really hard, long and hard about what he wants the product to do. And I really like, Anthony has had both products on his Red Civic. Both products look and feel phenomenal on the surface. So it's hard because it is apples to oranges. It really just comes down to the type that you want to put on your vehicle, right?
Yeah. If your paint needs to breathe, go with G-Technic.
Yeah, that's the other thing. G-Technics are gas permeable where PNS is not. So
yeah,
that also comes into play.
Okay, Alex G says, what is your guys' preferred recommended towel of choice for bead maker application? The FTW.
Love it.
Comes in orange, just like Beadmaker.
Comes in orange.
Wow. Was that an accident?
Maybe.
But the FTW is just such a good towel with Beadmaker. Just make sure to wash it in rags to riches right after you're done. But other than that, though, it provides the best experience. It's such a smooth feel.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's probably another product down the road that will also be paired with an FTW just because it feels so good.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Dino saying, I can't wait for the heat cars. We can't either, man. I can't wait to see this. We have not been able to watch a lot of what they've done. They've kept it pretty secret from us. So like us getting to watch that preview was pretty much the first time we got to see it as well.
We only know what we experienced.
Yeah. Alkaline says, I can't wait either, but I'm a little biased. Ricardo, hey guys, happy Friday Eve. Wanted to wrap my ceramic coated car. Do I need to remove the coating before wrapping? Yes.
Yeah.
We've found that it is not, the hard part is you don't get the ability for the vinyl to stick properly.
We did it to my Jag.
Yeah, Dane had a OptiCoat Pro Plus on his Jag and some Sol on his hood. Juan and I had to compound his car and then wipe it down with panel wipe before we could get it to where it was. There's a special marker pen that you can get at Fellers, and you mark it, and you watch the liquid in the pen separate. And if it separates completely, then it's too glossy or too much protection. But if it stays standard, then you can
wrap over it.
It needs to have tackiness, basically. Yeah. Frank L., can we apply C4 over solution finish for faded trim? Is C4 better alone or less porous trim around windows? What would you apply? Something like Coach PSS for regular maintenance.
So
Anthony?
we were saying that for a while there that C4 of a solution finish is great. It's a great combo because both of them will darken the trim.
Yeah.
C4 as a coating will protect it. But the more we learned about trim stuff, especially from Chris West, was that because trim is so porous, even at a microscopic level, the coating tends to fill in that and actually locks it in from preventing future abilities to darken the trim or dress the trim again in the future. And so I think the biggest problem with that is that trim could be coated, but then could still fade down the road, but you still may not be able to apply another dressing or another trim protectant because it's been locked and sealed in. So what we're saying, I sound like a little bit of a lift there. We're saying C4 is great on new trim because it's already new. It's going to lock it in. It's going to keep it looking good for a long period of time. And eventually, once it breaks down, that's when you could redress it. But for solution, we're C4 and solution finish over the top. But for general trim basics, I'd say solution finish and over the top is going to be a great go-to. But if you're looking for ease of use and something that's simple and quick with really good results, Coach Chemi PSS is great.
Yeah.
It's freakishly good.
Yeah.
But I like PSS more on tires than I do on trim.
It's wicked on tires.
Because on tires, I don't think a product should last that long on tires, but it does, and it's fun to use.
Yeah, it looks good too.
Liquidy.
Or can I go right over the coating? Says
Nope.
Ricardo.
Yeah, you got to remove the coating.
Yep.
Aloha. Can I clean the engine with just water? Is it safe? Yeah, you can.
You're not gonna do
Yeah.
a lot with just water alone.
I like
though.
I like O&R green body brush and put it in an IK sprayer. Spray the engine down. Get your body brush out. Scrub it up, and be good.
We may or may not have used magic wheel cleaner in an engine bay.
Yeah,
before.
we've done that too.
Magic wheel cleaner and a
turkey.
pressure
Pretty
washer is
effective.
Turkey was the
Cheating.
image of Ivar the Boneless from I think that's Vikings season 4.
Wow.
Hey guys, I want a product from KCX that cleans wheels and tires that performs like Brake Buster, Magic Wheel Cleaner.
Well, it does,
It's
but Magic
better
Wheel
than
Cleaner,
it performs differently.
because Magic Wheel Cleaner wasn't designed for tires, but it was designed for cleaning
You can
wheels.
use Green Star for tires.
So but as an all-in-one, I don't know. And there might be a product that exists from Koch
Yeah,
that we
we
just
don't
don't
have
have
yet.
yet. I mean, we only get what we get here.
Yep.
We're waiting for a lot of regulation stuff to pass through for us here in the U.S.
Ozzy Bear saying Motorplast is a moneymaker. Spray it, walk away. Yep.
Love
and
Motorplast.
Alex Dewar, homie hookups.
Yay!
Laughy face.
Heap car challenge yellers. It's a new
I
thing.
like that.
Make
yeah.
it happen.
Yeah.
All right. Back to page 1. I think we are.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we are. Okay. Go there. And
May have already been
right.
answered. How do I get tree sap off?
Well,
Alcohol. Rubbing alcohol. Or not rubbing, but IPA.
Local.
Hand sanitizer works great.
actually
that.
does.
Travis Keenan, is there any way or product to get the tires on my truck to be clean and matte black without having them grab every speck of dust and turning instant brown? And what's a good product for tar? So Ulex, KCX Ulex, great product for tar removal. The other one that's Power Clean on your tires. Honestly, straight Power Clean.
That's amazing.
There's nothing better.
With a good scrubbing brush.
Melts that brown off.
Just pulls that brown out, and you can do it 2 or 3 times, and it's freaky how much brown
It
comes
works.
out.
I mean, the idea behind removing all of that browning, I mean, it could be old silicone, it could be a tire dressing they had on previously. Sometimes that browning just, you're like, why does this keep happening, right?
Stuff in the air,
and
too.
it's stuff in the air. It's also dressings that you think that may not be causing the damage, but still
It's also
do.
wheel dust and carbon from your brakes
So many
and
things.
metal.
But I think that in terms of like look and feel, I think that we just talked about it. PSS is pretty dang good on rubber, especially on a truck. That's what I put on my KO2s. Dodge Ram 1500, right? 2001, mint, 135,000 miles.
mint.
You know, mint. Yeah.
Well, what used to be mint green?
Yeah.
That
What?
literally meant.
Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah.
literally mint green at one time. It was a Forest Service truck. But on that, I use PSS. I feel like that's just, I don't know, I like it on that.
Yeah.
That or T2, but I give the tires a really good scrubbing. I spend more time on the tires scrubbing them because that's the highlight point of the truck, right? That and the wheels. Spend more time on that than I do washing the truck.
Okay.
Just like painting and coating, prep is key.
Yep. Ed, how do you guys deal with with cars that have seat covers? A previous customer expected me to remove them, vacuum them, put them back on. Tons of work that I didn't charge for since I wasn't prepared for it. So yeah,
So not a seat, but the seat cover.
putting those seat covers. So if they're just general seat covers that are cheap and easy to put on, try and add like $20 to the price for that. If they want you to clean them, I had customers that say, I want you to shampoo these. I would tell them, I'll shampoo them for an extra $40, but I'm not putting them on.
Right.
And then they'd usually say, oh, I'll just take them off and throw them in the wash myself. Okay, then just do that. I'll clean the seats, make sure everything looks right. The other thing is if they are like Jeep JKs, they make these seat covers called bar tacks. There's also Carhartt makes a seat cover for your truck. They are extremely difficult to get on and off. They last forever. I usually recommend not touching those, and I tell customers they're pretty encased in that seat, and so I try not to get a lot of stuff out of them. And so I'll tell customers that same thing. Like, I'll clean the seat covers on the seat, but I'm not taking them off, and just let them do their thing, because you could break that seat cover, and some of those seat covers, like the bar tacks for the Jeep Wranglers, they actually have seat heaters installed in the seat covers, and they're made of different colors, and they're designed, they're Cordua, and they're designed to do really cool stuff, but they're extremely difficult to take off and put back on.
That's
and
time
sometimes
spent.
they disconnect the seat because they're so thick. they'll disconnect the seat heater and run that new cable for the cover into the seat heater outlet, and then it'll hook up that way.
Right.
Yeah.
And you just don't want to get into that. You may not even know it has seat heaters in it. You're pulling them off and you're breaking the wire.
All of a sudden you see a
now
snap
you've
wire.
got a $300 seat cover that you didn't even know cost that much money. So
Yeah, what's that in your budget? Not
always
great.
try to think about it, and I always put a caveat on it. I asked when they bring the car, seat covers, what are we doing? And they go, take those off and clean them. All right, $20 if they're easy. If they're more expensive, those I've never done those. Those look pretty hard. Probably have to charge an extra $50. $50 is enough for someone to go yes or no.
Yeah.
And it's also, if they think it's easy, they'll go, oh. Or if they're like, oh, yeah, no, I've got seat heaters in there. I've got this. I got it's like,
Because they'll pull the, oh, come on, it's easy. And then you go, great, you do it.
yeah, like the seat covers on your car
Yeah.
that you put on, right?
Yep. Yeah, those ones.
Took a while.
They took a minute. Now I think they're on there. They wouldn't be bad, but at the same time, if I'm going to a detailer, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
I'll handle that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Frank L., do you think there will be appreciable protection from light wash marks from hand washing at home if I have G-Technic Crystal Serum Ultra applied to a new black vehicle?
Do you think the
Basically, he's trying to see if you have G-Technic Crystal Serum Ultra on a new black vehicle, will you get marks if you try and hand wash it at home?
Well, you'll get marks anytime you use friction, which means you
Right.
wash something. So,
It depends on what
as
you're washing
to
it with.
less
and
marks
how you're washing it.
than not having Crystal Serum Ultra, yes.
yeah.
You'll have less marks because you won't have what it would be if it wasn't protected.
If you're using like O&R
Man,
and
that,
an
the
ultra
way
black
that was
sponge,
worded is messing with my mind.
Yeah.
I would like him to
I
re-ask that.
understood what you meant.
Basically,
Frank.
do you think there'll be that your car is protected from light wash marks from hand washing at home if I have Crystal Serum applied to a new black vehicle? Yes.
Basically, he's trying to see if there's resistance.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, G. Davis says, this is great. When I hear Dane mention agitation, my mind goes back to the Ladies of Meridian Hanukkah party in 2017.
I love that.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So, Alkaline Topad here. Did the TRC email newsletter actually go out? I'm subscribed to it and didn't get
don't
anything
know
about the
if we sent out
KC
the
wax.
newsletter.
I don't
We did
think
not
we didn't
send
do
out
one.
an
Yeah.
email on that
We
because
have one coming next
we
week that we're
wanted
doing.
the video to do some lifting
Yeah.
initially,
Yeah.
and then stuff will come.
We have another email for sure coming
Yeah.
out next week.
But don't worry, you didn't miss it.
So,
There's,
Yeah.
don't,
Sorry,
don't
I don't
adjust
know
your
if I don't know
television.
if I said that there was an email. There wasn't an email.
no, we
for
just
the
said
wax.
to always be aware of new stuff.
Always be aware, yeah, and
Subscribe,
follow us.
follow us, be on the Instagram, on the
Because I put out the
Facebook.
Instagram post today on the swipe up and then
Yeah.
on the static post.
Yeah.
Phil, guys, do you think it's overkill using C2V3 as a drying aid on a car for every wash, bearing in mind it already has been sealed with it via the dry application? No, go ahead. Totally don't think it's overkill. Espen, you guys need to try out the KCX alkaline wheel cleaner. See, there we go. Espen, we don't have that here yet.
We don't have it.
So,
That's it. That's what we were just
hopefully
talking
soon.
about. Yeah, we don't have it. G. Davis says, I know my 90s boxing.
Oh, boy.
And a day with each of you would be awesome. Dane and I hitting Express Cafe and immediately after heading to the Spearmint Rhino.
Taking
stomach
that
bug?
booty?
No.
Taking that booty over there.
So what G's not prepared for is Dane's garage video.
Oh, he's going to love
That was a video meant for G. Davis,
Oh,
is
man.
what that was.
It's, gee,
It's so
you're,
good. Gee,
you're
you're gonna
gonna
love
like it.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. It's good.
Frank L. Can citrus APCs discolor plastics like trimmer headlights if not diluted enough and applied for too long? Yes, actually. Yeah. No, that's what I was talking about with there's certain things that APCs at a higher alkaline can do to certain surfaces the same way acids can do to opposite surfaces. So, but yes, you can do that. Espen, do you wonderful people use O&R in the windshield washer fluid tank as a windshield cleaner? No, I don't. I tried it. It doesn't work.
No, don't.
Also, not
don't
great
do
in the
it.
winter.
No,
Not great in the winter.
winter
Don't,
either.
yeah, don't do it.
Great for cleaning, just don't use it as replacement for fluid.
Aaron's Coach Kimmy hand wax costs $134.99. To be fair, one of the chemical guys' hand waxes does cost almost $1,000. So I'm more of a sealant type of guy.
This
Well,
is not like that.
This is a carnauba wax with a sealant in it. So
$3 to $5 per vehicle application. Bear that in mind. It works on 30 to 35 vehicles. The price, when you break it down, not that
Yeah,
bad.
well,
it's all in how
and
you use it.
what I
It's
think
like
they
And if
shopping
you're
at
charging
Costco.
$50 to put on that can of wax, bit of wax on a car, dude, that's $45 in your pocket.
Also, spoiler alert, it's not just a wax, it's sealant wax hybrid.
Well, I think what I want to do, though, is eventually, because I love the presentation of it, I love the smell of it, I love the application process, I love the results of this product, right? I would love to know, though, from the guys over at Koch, just say, hey, you know, I get that there's certain things that cost money to make, right? There's the cost getting into a product, right? You know, there's probably something in this that is probably wickedly good, right?
Yeah.
In terms of cost, in terms of maybe raw ingredients. And I'd be curious to know, because we learned a lot about waxes a couple of years ago, and learned about kind of what goes into waxes, the different forms of waxes, and where certain ones are sourced. And some are substantially more expensive than others. And so I'd be curious to get like a wax education class from the guys at Koch, kind of letting us know why does this make it this much money, other than having all these check marks that I love about it. But what's the price? You know, why is that?
Yeah.
And I'd love them to explain it, and then I could pass on that information to you guys. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep smelling.
There you go.
Oh,
Chad says,
wow.
thanks. I'll definitely be picking up the Jeep kit. Thomas Anderson, hey, all three. I've never done an interior detail by itself before, and was wondering what products I need to pull out those stains. Also, do I need an extractor? Thanks. No, you don't technically need an extractor. So last night I was working on some cream-colored carpets on a Land Cruiser. Let me show you guys a little before and after.
Well, Levi, it's on your phone. We're not going to be able to see it very well.
I'm gonna send it over to Nick, hopefully, so he can see that. But just doing dry cleaning, you can use the PNS carpet system, right?
It's
We've all
designed
used
so
it.
you don't need an extractor.
Very simple, very easy. Designed so you don't need the extractor. You just need it. So in this one, I used carpet bomber, and I sprayed it on with my, let me see here, Slack. I sprayed it on in an IK sprayer, misted it all on. Then I used our carpet upholstery brush and scrubbed the carpets after I let it sit, and then hit it with a microfiber towel. The other thing you can do is if you use the system, so you use Terminator first, you use the wax, or not the, oh my gosh, I'm reading ahead.
I know. We're trying not to read.
You use the system, so you use the Terminator, then you use Carpet Bomber, then you use Finisher. You can use all three products, and that can get you a lot of cleaning capability down.
Did
So,
somebody
let me
say
show us here.
finisher? Speaking of finisher,
So
gentlemen.
here's the before.
What is this?
What?
This is from the producer, so enjoy.
The producer of what?
AKA Nick.
Oh, Nick.
Very nice, Nick. Oh, man, what is that?
Okay.
So, Nick, this is the kind of stuff that I was doing, so I'm sending
Sorry,
this
we don't mean to
to
detract
you
from the
there.
question.
So I sent those.
They're really
Nick can put
throwing
those up
curveballs at
later.
us.
They're two different pictures, but it's basically what happened. I forgot to get a picture of the actual carpet after I did it, but it looks exactly the same as the after picture.
Do you guys see this?
Oh, the smell.
Very nice. I like that. Oh, so delicious.
So for those who are only hearing this sometimes.
No, you don't need an extractor, but for heavy stains and soilage, yes, you do need an extractor. Now, to go old school, you can use a wash mitt and soap and water, and you can soak the carpets that way by taking your wash mitt, just like you're washing a car, put it on the carpets and scrub it. But this was the before. You can see that little section where it's all dirty. And then the next one is the after, and you can see farther up, that's the after, but I had those stains all the way across, those same black dot stains all the way across that line. But I just used carpet bomber and a scrub brush. That's it to get that cleaned up. So very simple, very easy to do. So Turkey says we need TRC in Saudi Arabia. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, there's the back carpet. Same
go.
thing.
Oh my
Lots
gosh,
of stains.
Leo, look at
Once
that.
again,
Lots of carpet.
no extractor.
Well, you put carpet lines in it.
No, it's just brush marks.
No,
just
that's a
scrubbing.
carpet line. What
No,
you did there.
Those are scrubbing marks.
Those are really. That's like an ocean
I
carpet
used
line.
my brush for
You
that.
made it looks like waves of an ocean.
Okay, yeah.
But
no,
this
I
brings
just
me back.
sprayed it and scrubbed it. But
This is what it looks like when me and Dane play a Sea of Thieves and
Ooh,
we're pirates.
Very nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see that. E60
Ahoy,
saying,
Part-time pirates.
Ahoy, Dane. What is the best combo for oxidized paint? It really depends on what you're working on, man, and depends on the paint. On heavily oxidized, I love just last cut and a wool pad.
Last cut, man. Let it rip. Let
Just-
it
just
eat
go
on
for it.
that. It's not like
it just depends on single stage.
W9 let it eat.
Yeah.
No, it's W6 let it eat.
Yeah,
It's
let
not
it eat.
W6, but it's last
Neil
cut.
White saying happy TRC, happy Thursday to you all. And then
Thank
G.
you, Neil.
Davis.
This is I
Nate
died.
told
I
me that
can't even put that on the screen.
Dane's glory is strategically hidden by the chicken rotisserie in his office.
Oh my.
Would you
Oh,
recommend
my.
a 30-year-old? Oh, recommend coating 30-year-old paint? Yes.
Yeah.
And I would use C1 for that. Uno Protect is toothpaste. No.
Would not recommend
No,
that.
don't use it for
Probably
that.
don't want to ingest whatever's in
Yeah.
it.
$5 super chat from Frank L.
Oh,
All
Frank. Thanks,
Say it,
Frank.
thanks, fellas. Thank you, man. We appreciate.
We do.
Alex Carrillo, when will Iron Buster be restocked? I think it arrived. I saw some. I think it arrived yesterday.
rolling
So
in.
hopefully before the weekend. Alkaline Trio, I'd like to learn more about wet sanding. Any suggestions on videos, courses, or ways to practice? There may be some repainted cars in my future. The whole series on our friends at Obsessed Garage featuring myself and Jason Kilmer.
Yep.
Yes.
Feel free to watch those.
True.
G. Davis, will anybody be watching the Suicide Squad sequel tomorrow?
I will because I
Maybe.
trust
We'll
James
see.
Gunn to do a much
Yeah.
better job.
Yeah, I might watch it as well. Yoshi, Alkaline Trail, Matt over at OG did a great series about sanding with Jason Kilmer and Andy Ward and myself.
We were
Yoshi,
literally standing
I was there.
behind the
They were
camera.
running the cameras
We were
for that
there.
whole series.
Oh, we were there.
We were
We
there.
were there.
Oh, we were there.
We were there.
Standing right
Standing.
there.
Yeah.
You guys were the camera crew.
Well, yeah.
Literally
'cause-
occasionally
'cause-
helping Matt, like,
Because
reposition
Matt's
the
like, I don't know how
camera.
to use this new fancy camera.
Yeah.
Dane's like, I'll figure it out for you.
Yeah. So, fun fact, we're like kind of like Forrest Gumping our way through some of these things just in the background in history,
Yeah, it's funny.
I guess.
Frank L saying thanks. I think you got it regarding the Crystal Serum Ultra. When using pro-grade ceramic coatings, do you notice protection from light wash marks when using 2 buckets? Coach GSF, Rag Company Mitts Towels. Yes. Yeah. Basically, when you recommend wash and dry. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Alkaline. Y'all hid the cookies behind the comment overlay.
I mean,
We can set them up here.
I don't want to get them. They're warm. I want to get them cold.
Oh, no. They're
Oh.
perfect.
that
All
warm
right,
is
G.
good.
Davis. I'm doing CSL Exo combo on my truck. Is Exo the layerable product of the two? Assuming I have product left the size of my truck. Yes. Yes, you will. Aaron says National Cookie Day. Yoshi, I apologize. I did not remember. I will rewatch it. I think I was wearing this shirt too. I don't know. How does the appearance of a car coated in PSL Legend compare to CSL Exo? Honestly, I couldn't tell the difference between even like Anthony's car when it was in Inspiration, not Legend, but Inspiration and CSL Exo.
It's kind of hard to say, man. I mean, like they both look really good, and
It's what they're doing that you can't see that makes
Yeah.
the
I don't know,
difference
because I look at
between
my
them.
car some days where I'm like, dang, that looks dumb glossy.
Yeah.
But I also said that a couple of years ago where I was like, dang, that looks dumb glossy.
Like you had inspiration.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what the answer is for that. They both look good.
Finish line saying I left my sunglasses at my house today while watching a pearl white Subaru in direct sunlight. I can't see. Help.
That-
How many times did you sneeze? That's the real question.
Dude, that pearl paint on the white Subies is pretty bright.
Alkaline saying thanks, Yoshi. G. Davis says Yoshi enters and stirs up a bunch of the occasional gentleman. Pretty satisfied with my first use of rags to riches. Any chance these are good for bath towels as well? P.S. Wish Twist and Shout came in bath size towel. Lol.
Oh, man. Do I need
don't
to
know,
tell
but
the
you could try it.
story?
I'm sure it's perfect for washing, but we used to make bath towels.
Yeah.
Dane actually still uses them to this day.
I've still got some that I keep washing at home. They're great.
Are they
Are
white?
massive.
Are they
they're,
white?
They're like a.
They have like-
I'm trying to remember the
they
size.
get it.
It's like 48 by 72. They're
Like-
pretty
Are you-
sizable.
so if you're asking if rags to riches is good for your bath towels,
oh,
I would
yeah.
say use normal detergent.
Yeah,
on
you
your
got to
bath
remember though,
towels.
cotton is different from microfiber.
Right.
It's got
is-
fabric softeners in it. It's got fluffers. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. Where
Different
rags to riches doesn't,
materials.
because microfiber doesn't need that.
Unless
Yeah.
your bath towels are microfiber, in which case, okay. Then,
Yeah.
I guess that would
then
make
you're all right.
sense. And it's skin safe. I mean, like rags to
Yeah.
riches is safe and it's safe for all washing machines. I just think to myself, I'd much rather wash my nice towels with a nice clean.
Ask Dane about his microfiber kimono. Dane
Or
Dane
don't.
made a bunch of stuff.
Or don't.
Dane's made lots of things with when he first was.
Well.
He was the only guy here at the rag company.
Yeah. Oh,
Just over there sewing
Heady
up
times.
a kimono out of towels.
Man,
What are you doing, Dane?
Wow.
a couple minutes left here.
we've officially
Um,
reached
hand me
the
one of those
end of the
cookies.
comments.
What's that?
timing.
One of them
We can't have a
cookies there.
cookie yet.
Why?
It's too early. We have to wait till we're done. It's gonna be rude.
Wanted
So,
to chew.
Let's see.
I guess a couple things to cover. If you stick around to the end here, if you've stuck around for this long, next week's going to be a big week for us. Not just for the fact that we're going to be in Monterey, but there's something big coming, something exciting. I think you guys are going to really, really like, hopefully like. But it'll be big. It's going to be awesome. And so something to look forward to. So if you ever not signed up for the newsletter, please sign up for the newsletter. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube, obviously.
Hey,
if you're not
follow
already
us
doing
on
it.
the TikToks.
The-
We're on there too.
No, there's not an S at the end there.
You know how I know you don't use it? Just say it like that.
TikToks. TikToks.
No.
TikTok.
Nope.
The TikTok.
Nope.
Follow
It's
us there.
TIKTOK.
Where all the hot kids are. I mean, the cool kids.
Oh, okay. Wow. Call the authorities.
Frank L is
Frank L,
C4
you got
better
a-
for new
you got a
trim than
question.
CSL or Ultra. And what coating is your favorite for new trim? Prep with IPA or panel wipe. So C4 better for new trim than CSL Ultra. No, on a new car, CSL and Ultra just coat everything. You're totally fine. And what coating is your favorite for new trim? So again, just put it on everything. If it's old trim, C4 works great. For new trim, it can work for that too. But if you're already coating the whole car, just coat it in Ultra. It's not going to hurt anything. And prep with IPA panel wipe, exactly. I always recommend panel wipe if you're going to use G-Technic stuff.
Speaking of
G.
G,
Davis says, fortunately, the massage chair signed in a non-disclosure agreement.
I always thought the E in ENDA stood for electronic, but apparently I was wrong.
Yeah. Every time, Dan says, every time Anthony stares into the camera, I remember his rant about the Emmett Jeep seller.
Dude, that Jeep story
That was great.
the worst.
Jail,
Man.
prison, illegal. Let's take a turn. Levi's
Oh
girl.
boy. Wow.
So
Don't worry,
next
you'll
week-
get to see like more about that
Yeah.
story.
No, we've had a lot of meetings about TikTok and getting us on there, and we're working towards that. So please go follow us if you
Yeah.
have TikTok and check it out.
I hate saying it.
Yeah,
it
it
sounds
sounds funny.
stupid. Go follow us on TikTok.
No, but we're going to try
Yeah.
and start putting some content on there. A lot of people like doing that. We're gonna
Specifically,
try.
Jimmy will definitely be
Yeah.
helping
Yeah.
with that front because he is in the right age bracket to be handling that.
He is.
So help him out by helping us out.
But we have a lot of, we're gonna have a lot of fun next week. Big week, a lot of things planned. And just because we won't be here, it doesn't mean there's not things going on here.
No, so those of us going down, in case you guys are wondering, it's me, Dane, Anthony. Gabe is coming with us. And of course, next day, Nate taking those hot photos. And
Hype photos.
Hype photos. And Josh Petro. So all of us headed down to go down there. We're leaving Monday morning, bright and early. I think our flight's at 7 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Leaves at 7, lands at 7:45 Eastern or Pacific time. So direct flight straight from here to San Francisco. Then we're going to go get some breakfast in sunny San Francisco. Head over to PNS, have some lunch there, hang out, do our podcast. So hopefully you guys will get a nice fun time there while we're there at PNS. Hopefully
Do a
that
little-
works. Fingers
little
crossed.
Tour there.
Then McCall's Motorworks Revival, Tuesday and Wednesday. Then Thursday and Friday, the Quail
Yeah.
in Monterey. So that's what we're going to be doing. Hopefully we'll run into you guys if you're there. If you're in the Bay Area and you want to come see us, come visit us. This is what we're going to be doing.
Down by the bay where the watermelons grow.
Ooh, love that song.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. I don't
We got
know
a
who that
last
person
question or
is.
two here.
I own Saba. How long should a pad last? I had my polishing pad and I did 3 to 4 colors and worn out. I think I pushed it more than it should. Yes. If you use one pad, it may not even work a whole car.
Are you cleaning your pads?
Yeah.
I know it sounds like
no,
a dumb
but
question,
a lot of it
but
can
I'm
be
asking.
heat. So you need to be using 3 to 4 pads per vehicle to make them last longer.
You cycle through them.
The fact that you made it through 3 to 4 cars on one pad, I am impressed, sir.
I imagine
am
the
impressed.
effectiveness went downhill
Yeah.
pretty quickly after the first one or
Yeah.
two.
G. Davis says, next day Nate is the godfather to my bulldog puppy. He is. Kirby Thompson, time to say goodbye to TRC for the weekend. Please open the fridge and start your afternoon drink of choice. I'll do the same here. 5 p.m. Central Time. Thanks, Kirby. Appreciate it, man. We're going to have some
very
chip
nice.
cookies, have some refreshing Pepsi products, courtesy to our friends at Pepsi.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're going to be wandering around with our Brooks running shoes all week next
Absolutely.
week.
Now,
Find comfort.
guys, I'm going to say it again, but this weekend, we're leaving for the trip next week.
We are.
But we're starting off things with a bang for you guys by tuning in to the Rag Company YouTube channel, because that's where you will see the premiere Sunday of the Heap Car Challenge. I'm so excited. I know you guys are.
Thank you, G.
Yeah, thank you so much. So we're gonna have fun, and we hope you guys share it around, you comment, you like it, get that thing moving. We really want to be able to share that with as many people as possible and grow it into something we can do again, because it was pretty
Oh,
fun.
DJ, really quick.
Whoa.
It doesn't stay wet. It does stay wet. You have to wipe it off with a dry towel. 8 hours, way too long. Let it sit for like 30 minutes and then wipe it off.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
glad
yeah,
we
wipe it
could
off,
help.
wipe it dry.
Whew, close one. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, you know the drill. Subscribe to the channel here. Subscribe to our other channels if you want FAQs and the podcast to pop up in your feed. Hit that bell, obviously, and just have fun. And make sure you come in to this channel Sunday for the video. The trailer's coming up right after this. You're gonna see it again. Get hype.
Yep. All right,
See ya.
ya.
See ya.
Cookie time?
The first time in the Rag Company history, our three marketing mainstays face off in a tactical budget battle.
Being a professional of over 25 years, I'm able to enjoy having someone watch.
Yes, I literally killed the car. The car would not start up at all, and the seller is looking at me like I'm a crazy person, and this is a problem, right? I need to figure this out.
My strategy on it was I was going to do as little work as possible, but achieve maximum results. I know cars. I know enough to be dangerous, but not enough to get out of myself in every situation.
They'll be given $3,000 and a set of rules. But new challenges being thrown into the game will drive them to the brink of madness.
Homie hookups.
I kind of screwed up a little bit.
Can you at least dry it off? I don't want to have more hard water.
I don't blame him. He's getting a premium wash from Mr. Wash Wednesday himself, so I get it.
All right, hey guys. Me again.
Alright, got these bad boys outside.
It's the Rag Company's Heap Car Challenge, premiering Sunday, August 8th.